Evening.
We're here. Woo. You can blame Tezza, he's button pushing.
Yeah, sorry we're late.
Yeah. You can see him in the back room. Faces are light with smiles because he knows he's pressing this, that, and the other. And he's screwing things up, but it's all good. It's all good stuff. How is everyone? What's going on?
I had a
Nice
good
big bowl of muesli.
Yeah, I've just had a nice big bowl of muesli. We had a really good show on Saturday, and the after show was quite fun.
Cool.
You were away at the weekend, were you?
Yeah. Otherwise busy, but I'll catch up on it in not too distant future.
Do you want to say hello to the chat?
Yeah. God, it started early. Rob was the first one in with his Hong Kong Phooey lookalike emoticon. I thought that was pretty cool. It looked like Hong Kong Phooey to me anyway. And Scott, always good to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. And Jackie, Ludicrous, nice to see you too. Scrolling down. Glenn, always a pleasure, mate. Good to see you as well. Nice to see you, Glenn. And that's the bottom of my list so far. But yeah, other than that, it's been a bit of a strange week because hitting the kind of redundancy situation in work at the moment, so it's a bit kind of up in the air. But hey, we'll know where we're going this time tomorrow and how it looks. But it kind of looks like it's going to swing in my favour, which is promising. So I'm not going to stress out at this moment in time.
There's no point stressing out. This is something you can't control.
Yeah,
it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. It appears as if some of my colleagues that it's one of those things where because of COVID and all that kind of crap, they're having to restructure because of lack of income over the last 2.5 years or whatever it might be. And we're kind of all in a competition phase with each other. But from what I understand right at this moment in time, the people that I'm in competition with are going to jump ship. So they're not really that interested. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Time to move on. So obviously what they're trying to do is try and cut the tier of management that they've got because it's too top heavy. So try and cut it down, put people into competition, try and do away with a couple of tiers of management and see how you go. But like I said, I'll find out more tomorrow. And if I'm on the Maggie's Millions list, as it used to be called, I'll get some more swinging time in. Woohoo!
Maggie's Million.
Yeah, do you remember that? Maggie's Millions.
No.
The unemployed Maggie's Millions. I think
No.
it hit nearly 5 million at one stage for Margaret Thatcher, didn't it?
I've never heard that before.
No.
Well, I'm going to share the link to
Evening, George.
Facebook
How you doing, buddy?
group.
Good to see you. Henry, good to see you too, buddy. Darren, History Unearthed, good to see you.
Did you catch their premiere?
Yes, I did manage to see that. And the one succeeding that, albeit on my mobile. But yeah, it was good. Look at this geezer smiling in the background, grooming his beard. Tezza, you're not going to see this, guys, but in the background, Terry's grooming his beard and trying to make his teeth nice and white for everybody. You got a funny shade of purple there, Tez.
All right, there you go. It's shared.
Evening, Bud Files, all the way in from America. Always great to see you guys popping in. Many thanks to you. So how's your week panned out?
It's been all right,
Up and down.
Like I said, it was a really good Saturday night.
By all accounts, a late one.
Yeah, just when you don't have to get up on Sunday. I wasn't going out digging this weekend. I had loads of bits to do in the house and stuff. So yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Apart from that, same old bleep. See, I nearly swore, and it's not even 8 minutes past 8.
Yeah, you could have used another word.
Same old stuff, same old rubbish.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, let's get on Tezza, shall we?
Yeah, let's bring him in because I think he's finished grooming. And here he is, look. Tezza.
How you doing, guys? Yeah, you caught me groom. I forgot you could see me. I was sort of like, I thought they were right. I groomed myself up a little bit like. Then you was like, I could see tell grooming. I thought, no one else could see me like.
we could see you, but obviously everyone else couldn't. You know.
That's good.
But the ever omnipresent Terry, how are you, mate?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Not been a bad week so far for a Tuesday. Monday only started yesterday. But yeah, I apologise for the later arrival. For some reason, as you guys know, I push a lot of buttons, and it started off with me pushing buttons to start with, so didn't go too well.
This will be the man who ends the world. Okay, you heard it here first. This man will end the world. Believe me.
I wouldn't leave me with any buttons to push for sure, because I'm definitely going to push the wrong one. I just at first because I forgot how the lives go. You see, and I thought right. Forgot to turn off YouTube for a start. Then I forgot to turn off Messenger. So, of course, when people message me, it cuts you guys off. So you're really quiet. And then I couldn't hear you. You couldn't. I thought, oh, this ain't going well already. But I'm glad it's gone all right. But how you guys been all right?
Yeah. Same old. You know, it's funny. You know, a week comes and goes really quick. And then if you think back to last Tuesday night, which ended up being more of a, friends, family, and everything else, rather than what it was intended to do. Christ,
At
it
least
seems
you're
like
on
ages
time.
ago.
At least you're on time, eh? Not an hour late.
I try to be on time when I say I am, because I don't like sort of letting people down when it comes to sort of doing things. Because loads of other people have been out there and they've supported me by coming on my lives, and they're always there to support me. So I can only do the best with everyone else when they ask me if I'm free on this day. I don't like to sort of be late. If I'm going to be late or something's happening, then I'll let everyone know hours and hours before. But otherwise, me, I'm in most of the time. Apart from when I have to take the boy to football, which I had to a minute ago. But apart from that, I'm always free for you guys.
Yeah.
See, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you weren't late.
No, but to me, I wanted to be on a little bit earlier just so I can get set up, because you know what I mean. I left you guys just out of time slightly, and I thought, oh, good one, Tel. It's always you. But then everyone in chat knows me and my buttons, so.
and at least you didn't appear in mid yawn either when you came on, so that's always a good thing.
No, that's it. Well, let me just quickly turn that light on. It's blinding me. I've got a light. I've not set up my other lighting system in here yet, and I've got this lamp thing, and it kills your eyes after a while. So I keep leaning it down.
I've wanted to ask you this question for ages. This room where you're in, talk us through it. What is it?
Right, it's above me.
An understairs cupboard or something?
Yeah, it's basically up underneath it. I've got the door just there, and that door there leads to the hallway. Kitchen to the right of me. But it's quite a big room, but the dog lives in here. The dog lives in one part of it, and the bit I'm in is a smaller bit, and it's sort of like the understairs bit. So it's it's not really a massive room, but it sort of does everything. You can get in here, you can move about, and there's stuff sort of everywhere. And earlier I had to get everything out to get the gas man in, because
Scott Hoover cupboard, as Scott says.
Yeah, basically. But I'll tell you what, though, it's more like you could make a bedroom out of it. It's quite fairly big, but where the gas meter is, yeah. If you were short enough, you could probably live in there. The gas meter's behind the other side of my TV unit, and earlier the gas man turned up and he was like, "I need to read your gas meter," and put some pipes on. I thought, oh no. So I had to try and turf everything out. I've dropped everything. I've lost fines. There's stuff everywhere.
So your gas meter's still inside the house?
Yeah, ours is. But we've over the last couple of months, they've decided to build the first hydrogen pond in the UK, which would be down where I live. So soon they'll be putting in 20% hydrogen and like 80% gas. So it'll be mixed, and over time it'll be a little bit more and a little bit less with what they're doing. So that's what they're hoping for, and that's what they're building. So it's just waiting for them to do it, really.
So will that work out cheaper then?
Probably not. It would work out a little bit dearer
Yeah.
to start with, because everything. I mean, literally recently, I've been noticing I'm going through £6-7 electric a day. I mean, it weren't until someone said to me how much they're going through, and I thought, no, I'm not going through that. Then I checked my meter, and I thought, whoa, didn't realise I was going through that much. But when you're topping it up constantly every couple of days, you don't realise. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought,
slowly going through the roof, mate, isn't it?
everything is petrol, gas, electric. Every time I top something up now, as soon as I plug it in, it sort of like starts taking money before I've even pushed the button. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's terrible, isn't it?
No, I'm not too good.
Scotty Owen says that you're in the Hoover cupboard.
Yeah, Scotty Owen knows where I am.
We can see a Garrett Hoover's there in the background.
Yeah, there's me Garrett. I've got the sticker board. I mean, it's pretty dark in here. I mean, let me see if I can't turn that one on because I ain't got extension. But I've got all like, it fits everything in, and it's not a certain height. This bit here's a certain height, but as it gets under my head, it sort of goes upwards. So I mean, it's quite high up. The ceiling is. I wouldn't be able to touch the ceiling because it's a really, really high ceiling. But yeah, I mean, it don't do too bad. Before lockdown, though, this room was just a storage cupboard where you just threw your old shoes and trainers. And I thought, I'm going to have to clean that out. And I've never found so many pairs of trainers in my kids where they've not worn them. I thought, I'm having it off here because every single pair fitted me. So I've got like 40 pairs of trainers.
Brilliant.
Like it.
It's just now they've got to size 11 and my feet are only size 8 still. So I still can't get in. I'm walking around in loafers every now and then when I put their other trainers on.
Yeah. That's cool.
So are your boys bigger than you then? Like taller?
Yeah. One's 6 foot. I've got 6 boys altogether. My two oldest ones. Yeah, my two oldest ones, Josh, is 23, but he's quite small. He's about 5'7", 5'8", something like that. And then my other boy, Jamie, is about the same height. But the 4 that I've got living with me, Alfie's, well, Jordan's 21 this year, or next year, early next year. He's like about 5'7", 5'8", but he's funny. He does make me laugh, my boy. We started getting into birds, and then you got my other boy, who's 18. He's like 6'4". And he goes to the gym, so he's a big hefty old fella. He is really quiet, but a really big fella. Then you've got Ollie, who's quiet but miserable. Every morning he gets him up for school because he's 16. He's in his last year. Like the exams are getting a bit too much. So he comes downstairs in the morning, and it's that's hard work alone with just him. But he's a good kid. But he's like 6'3", 6'4", and he's massive as well. I mean, me and Julie are probably the two smallest ones, apart from Tell, who's 10. He's quite tall, but me and Julie, I'm not 5'10", I think. Well, I say 5'10", but Rob and all that, a lot will probably say 5 foot smaller than that. But I think I'm about 5'8", 5'9", something like that.
So you've gone from 5'10" to 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, I was going to put you at 5'4" just to get in that frigging cupboard. Somewhere between there, because you say you're right a certain height, and then when you meet up with everyone, and they all say they're like 5'6" and that, I think, well, you're tall for 5'6". I met Dave from Dave Edwards for the first time. Absolute legend of a fella. And everyone said he was quite small, but I didn't realise how tiny he actually was. And when I looked over, I thought, oh, someone's brought their young one with them. Looked over, and it weren't until I sort of got close, I thought, God, that's Treasure Ed. I was like, oh, he's actually quite really tiny. He was like about 4'7" or something. I mean, he's a really tiny fella. Absolute legend of a man, though, he is. There's Jason. Hello, everyone in chat. Yeah, there's a few more coming in now. So
they're all actually saying that you're about 4'2".
Yeah, there. I will get that. I will get that, no doubt, from them.
Are you about the same height as Rob Random?
I'm a bit taller than Rob Random. Rob's about 5 foot. I'd say 5'7". Rob is 5'7", 5'8". I think Rob is. Jason's about same height. I think I'm about the same height as Jason. I think. Dark Knight Detective Jason, but Rob's a little bit shorter, I believe, than me. But then you've got Scott from Dirt Diggers, who's Like, I mean, you look up at him, he's like 6 foot odd as well. But everyone else was all about the same height, apart from Rob. What's his name? Robert Hunter Connaughton, who's a little bit taller than a few others. He's quite tall as well. But otherwise, there weren't no one there that I noticed that was like 7 foot odd. Like, but Rob's a little bit smaller, yeah, a bit smaller than me, I believe.
It's hard. It's really difficult to judge, though, Terry, because every picture I've seen of you is sitting down.
Yeah, that's it. I don't like standing up much.
Or it looks like you're sitting down anyway.
So you've been out this week. I'll see the live the other night. I did see the live the other night. Sort of like went on till sort of late. I did pop in and say hello to everyone, but the boxing was on, and because my boys are so much into boxing, they don't usually spend time with me unless if something like that's on, and you get involved, and then of course that went on, and of course time that finished, it just done me after that. I sort of watched it for a little bit and just fast asleep. But it was brilliant. It was.
Your ex-wife saying hello, saying it's nice to see you on a live again.
Yeah.
I can't see up the chat. I think my chat's like behind on everyone else's, I think.
Okay, well, Jason's saying it's nice to see you on a live.
Oh yeah, I can see him. Oh, there you go. Hello, Jace. How you doing, bud? Just behind a little bit. I am on the old chat bit. It just sort of shooting up, but yeah, it's nice to. I've not done lives for a little while because I've just sort of come away for a little bit, sort of get myself back to normal, and because it's just been not a long, hard couple of months, if you know what I mean. It's just been one of the ones where I've been in and on and off. But my mate Scotty Owen just sort of like been messaging me every day. Get out, don't sit indoors. Get out, get on your feet. Stop moping about the house. So I'll give him. He's one person that's kept me motivated the last few months. I'll tell you that he has. So
Well, that is good because it is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there through sort of like for everything. Like I can talk to him like I talk to my brother. Like I can literally I can say anything to him. Like I can just message him and say, "Oh, my day's bad. I've just done this." Like, and he sits and he listens to me, and then do you know what I mean? So he's been there for us, old Scotty. So I owe him a lot. So thumbs up, mate, Scotty. But then I owe everyone a lot for just all the support they've given me over the last few months. Because you get to a point sometimes you think, you want to keep doing it, but you don't want to overdo it metal detecting. Because I see some people with videos out nearly twice a week or 3 times a week, and after a while it can ruin your hobby a little bit, if you know what I mean. It just gets to a point where you think. So I've started to do it 2 to 3 times a week to try and see if I can make a video. I mean, the other day I found a coin, and in this video you're going to see tomorrow, a lot of people are going to say, "Tell, you just said it was a florin, but it's half a crown." That's because I didn't know what I was doing. I was looking at it because I was so excited, rubbing the back of it off. I didn't read it properly, and because it looked like a florin on the back, you know, with all the patterns, I automatically said it was a florin because I remember seeing it before. So someone's probably going to pull me up on that tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure someone will.
And there's one thing I said in my video, and I wonder if anyone picks up on it. I'm not going to say what it is, but the first person to pick up on it tomorrow, on one of the phrases that I say, if they PM me, I'll sort them something out.
Is it going to be a live premiere?
Yeah. Just before Steve Sifter's show at the 8:15, I think it is. It starts, and it's not as long as the other one because the other one went on for too long. Everyone was sitting there after 25 minutes thinking, "Oh, I want to get out of here." Yeah,
having said that, Tez, twice a week is still going for it.
Yeah,
no, twice a week. I mean, God, you know.
Yeah, see, I'll get a couple of hours. I might get a couple of hours here, and I might get a couple of hours there because the places where I'm working at the moment, like one of the fields, I'm on there so much, but I can only get on there at certain times. Time you got the kids to school, me and Julia go shopping. She want to go Lidl's, we run Lidl's or Bootville, whatever it is she wants to go to. And hang on a second. That's right. Yeah, so we yeah, no, she just had a musical a minute ago. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to get on there at certain times. So I can get on there on weekends, but then I can't metal detect certain spots. But then if I'm there when they're there, you get to metal detect the good spots, the best parts of it. So I try to get there at certain times, but it's with kids, it's just a little bit hard work. Get out 2 to 3 hours. That's more than enough for me sometimes, especially with my arm and my back.
Yeah. And how much longer do you reckon you got on that particular place?
I've got they're on one side now, so I've probably got about another 3 to 4 months on both sides.
Okay.
Then we've got a couple of other fields which are being done as well. But it's just to seeing what's coming off them once they've done it, really. But once you're trustworthy and they know they can trust you, then whenever they do bits around where I'm living, then you get to go with them. But otherwise, if you're on there when you're not meant to be, like some people, then you you can get in trouble. Because so there was a couple of people on there before when they shouldn't have been on there, and caused a little bit of an issue. But some people just see it as a building site and they pull up. They don't realise that at the bottom of it's an archaeological dig site. Of course, they wander on it, and I said to the person, "You can't be on there," even though they knew they weren't meant to be there. And there was actually metal detecting inside the spot where I'm only allowed to metal detect when they're there. Because they let me go on there at first. They was like, "You probably won't find much." And when I started finding a lot of stuff, they were like, "You can only really do certain spots when we're here now," because they don't want you going and finding a massive silver hoard coin and filling up your pockets with all different Roman coins. Even though I would tell them, it's something that they would rather just cover themselves with. So if you do find anything that's majorly they will either take it off you or you just spray it with. If it's a big area, you just spray it red now. And I'm allowed to start going back now, and they're allowed to dig it, because before they dug something out before I turned back up there, and it sort of upset me a bit. But now they said, "No, sorry about that. We start letting you spray it, and we'll dig it together." So, but nothing much has come up off of it recently. But it's because I've not been on one side, because there's so many. They've dug holes 1.5 feet deep, and then they've dug 4 or 5 foot deeper than that in some spots. Like, I mean, it's deep as anything in some spaces.
Well, that's a good avenue into talking about your recent sort of situation then, Tez, because archaeologists haven't been on that site for long, have they?
No, they've been on there now.
And
I think.
How did they get on there?
Well, it started off when I started metal detecting. I know my farmer sold it, and then they had some builders turn up, and they were measuring stuff up. And I thought, well, I'll go over and speak to the builder man now, because the farmer said you're going to probably have to speak to him, get permission. And he was absolutely all right. He said to me, "Yeah," he said, "you've got archaeologists coming on." He said, "In about 2 weeks' time to dig a few holes and just do test pits, basically." So they come on, they've done loads of test pits, and they filled them back in after a couple of weeks, disappeared. Then he come back, and then I was speaking to the actual archaeologist person, and he was saying what they'd found and what they're going to be doing. And at first he was adamant that I wasn't allowed to I wasn't allowed to be on there. So I showed him the information that I got from the builder, because the builder was the man who owns the land itself. But then I can understand why the archaeologist, because even if a builder owns it, why the archaeologists are there, they're basically in charge of the site. So you're going to have to get permission from the builder and the archaeologist. And at first he weren't having none of it. And let's just say, sort of give me a few words, which I won't say. But usually you leave that till a Saturday night till 10:30 before you say them words. And I thought, okay, I'll just leave. I won't say anything. So I left. I went back 2 days later, because I walked my dog that way, and he come over and he apologised and said, "Look, you can stop doing this." And then that's how I sort of got on. But that's how it started. They noticed a few little markings here and there, and before you knew it, a couple of weeks later, they come back and they've dug 5 or 6 football pitch size sort of deep holes, about a foot. It's probably about 1.5 foot deep. So no metal detector's ever going to get that deep. So I thought, nah, you're not going to find anything there. And even he said to me, "Probably won't find much in there." And there's these grey marks. It's all brown clay, but in certain spots you've got these really dark grey spots, like running lines. And as soon as I went into one of them, the metal detector went off, and I thought, well, it can't be. What can it be that deep that could make that go off? But it weren't just in one spot. It was like I'm moving from here to there to there. It's going off, and I'm thinking, right, must be the metal detector because I'm inside a pit or something. And then I sort of dug one or two, and then all of a sudden I dug 17 or 18, and then it turned out to be about 30 holes. And the first day I went with my boy, we had, I think it was about 86 Romans, I think it was, in a 4 meter in a 4 meter square with a few silver ones. And then I found a little tiny, well, I thought it was a silver stater. So I put it on a few groups to get it ID'd, and it's an actual Viking coin. So I've gone from certain years. I found on the first day we found 80 Romans. Some of them were actually Celtic coins. Some of them were actually bronze staters. So they're going to be sent off to flow, the main staters and the actual Celtic coins. I found a silver Viking coin and a few other bits. And then, of course, I was all buzzing that night. As soon as 6 o'clock come and the sun come up, I was straight back there, and we went and found another, I think it was about 90 St. Romans, I think it was altogether the second day. But I was recording so much before I could get to a certain distance of recording all these finds, my battery was dead. But I didn't want to go home, just record my phone to come back. So I'm still digging, and I'm just, it was one of them days that you would have thought yourself, it never happened to you. But if they hadn't dug, they'd put it off. And then when I spoke to him, he said to me, what they are boundary ditches between two Roman places, basically. And what either they done was someone either put the coins there, but they've looked at them and they're different emperors, so they think either they were put there over time, over different times, or it was like a marketplace, like a trading centre, because they found so much. They found jugs, they found loads of other stuff. So I showed him where I found them, and I said, look. So I showed him where it was, and there was a bigger signal there, and I said to him, but I've left that. I said, because it's quite big. So he said, okay, we'll mark it. They marked it, and I helped mark it. He said, come back Monday about 11 o'clock. We'll dig it out together. I went back Monday at, I think it was about 11:30, and there was literally the digger had gone through it, dragged it up, and it was just like a big scoop missing, exactly where this red thing was. And I said to him, I thought he was going to wait. And he said to me, it's because we want a rush job, we can't wait about. And then when I showed them my coin, they had found 290 something coins in a spot, but they had said to the archaeologists there that they were in a different spot to where I'd found mine, yet where I'd found mine, they had actually scooped it all out. So it was their word against mine. And Flo said, we can call it as part of a scattered hoard. He said, but to call it an actual hoard, he said, unless if they add theirs to the ones that they found, he said, it's more likely. But 180 cent coins in one field, in one spot, like basically a long, great big spot. But it was just like constant. But it was deep.
Tell us about your specific find in your hoard, alongside what the Archies found.
They found bones, and there's burnt pits where they've had fires, so they can sort of tell because there's loads of these weird shells in there, like where they've had sort of stuff boiling, they've just thrown the shells into the fire. They've had Roman coins. They've had about 490 something altogether. They've had a few silver ones. They've not said they've had any gold ones or anything like that. But they've got Iron Age stuff. And because I've always discriminated everything, I wish I hadn't now, because they axe heads, they found spear tops, they found loads of stuff. Of course, I discriminate on them, so I've just totally missed all that. But now I sort of run it in all metal now because I want to find bits like that. But the stuff they found is unbelievable. I found this big bone. I mean, some of the guys have seen some of the bones I found, but I found this big bone the other day when I was digging out with one of these little spatula things they call, like a little toothpick. When I've got a blackadder spade that I just smash it, you know what I mean? I'll just get in there with blackadder spade, start digging it out, and they're sitting there with little brushes and that. I mean, I'm all right at digging the pots out. They won't let me dig anything major out because I'm just too heavy-handed. I go in there with a spade and that. But the amount of stuff they found and the bones and stuff they found there, they put it on a big report at the end, and they said once we put the report down, you can have the report the same as everyone else can. And he said we'll write something up and we'll put in what you found as well. He said, and the amount of stuff that he said that's big, but they won't tell you where they find most of their stuff. It's like as soon as they dig it out, unless if I get onto some of the spoils which has been taken out, then I don't know what's in there. But most of the time he says to me, yeah, go on, you're all right, you go in there, fella. But some mornings he's a little bit more moody than others. You know, like when you've had one of them nights and you're sort of walking around, he's got his blue hat on, and I know to sort of keep away from him.
So how many Romans have you had out there, Terry? You've been on that land for how long?
I've been on that land for about 3 years altogether. Right, the farmer sold it because he's been trying to have buildings on it for years, and he sold it about 9 months ago, and the council decided to say, yeah, okay, planning permission's granted. If you build 2 new of these £500,000 pitches, which is for hooky and things for the like people around here, and they've give it to them, and they've started building. They've been on there now. They've been on there 4 months. I've been on there 3 years and found nice stuff up it. I found silver coins because there's no pub at the end. I found silver hammers, found loads of stuff up it. But it weren't until they actually dug it out. A few silver Roman coins on the topish part. But as I say, until they dug 1.5 foot deep, I was having nothing like compared to what was that deep down. Do you know what I mean? Everything was well deep. But it must have been, as I say, in some water because everything's in these clay lines. All the coins just seem to be on all these clay lines all the time. So it's definitely something.
We've got a video of it, haven't we?
Yeah, I did send you a little video.
Should we get the video going so we can get a sense of?
Yeah, you can sort of rough idea in the bits that we found.
Yeah, let's have a look at this.
I'm just trying to see if I recognise the place.
Recognise it yet?
That's the loan.
Yeah, talk us through it, Tezza. Can you turn the music down a bit, Paul?
Them bits of pottery you see there, they are literally scattered all over the place now. And this little bit of flint you see coming up here, that little bit of flint there is actually a bit of flint they used to cut the skin from the actual bone of the animals when they was eating them. So that's literally really, really old, that little bit of flint there. Some more, just other little bits of pottery there. But you see them pots, some of the ones that were black were that colour. But what they did was when they actually put them in the fire, over time they burnt and they actually went like charcoal black.
Yeah.
And some bit of sandstone, like from Detectable, that picture rock we walked over some of Detectable. That's how much they've taken from it. You see how deep that is? That's probably about 1.5 foot deep that is. And there's two fields the same size as that. There's some grey spots in the video when you see it, when it turns back the other way. You'll see some grey spots in the light brown coloured clay. Them grey spots there that you can see, and you'll see one in a minute that looks like a long line. They're actually waterways, like
okay.
Like these dark grey bits here, like you can see.
Yeah.
all them are where the coins were actually inside, like in there,
Wow.
in parts like that. So in a minute, and you'll see a long one in a minute, like this bit here. See how long it goes all the way round?
Yeah.
And then there's a little pond bit there, and then it joins on and carries on going round. There's some of the holes we're digging at the moment, like being really careful, as you can see. It's a proper hole that, I mean, most people would be happy digging a hole that big to get a little find out of it. But all these bits of pottery, see how dark black they've gone there? That's because they've actually been in a fire. Because I thought that's what colour they were. But when he was explaining to me about that bits where I've got these stones out of, that's an old fire pit there. You can see all the little shells, all the little bits of pottery. They've been sort of like, as he said, some pots have been burnt and some pots ain't that have been in the fire. Because what happens is when they make one, if it's been put in a fire and it's lasted a while, it'll go black. But if it don't, and they put in a fire, sometimes they used to just break. So they used to just throw them apart, leave them on the floor next to the fire. So always next to the fires in these pits, you get that much pottery is unbelievable. But that side where you just seen, I haven't been able to metal detect that side yet, where you've seen all them grey spots. I've not been able to get that side yet. I can get to the back of it because I can metal detect the spoils, but they've got tractors going in there at the moment, so they won't let you sort of go in there while they're riding in and out because you're not
Health and
insured or
safety,
nothing.
Wow.
They don't want you getting run over. But there's that much stuff there. It's literally unbelievable. But that stuff you see there, that's some sort of sandstone from, I'm not sure where, but he said they used to put that there at the entrances of their buildings. Always have that and then build the roofs and stuff on top of it. But
so have they scraped off the top and then also dug down and scraped off?
yeah, so you see that there. They've dug all that out. That deep side bit. They've dug all that out about 4 football pitches big. They scraped it down to a foot deep, 1.5 foot deep, and then inside that, in the next field, which I'll show you a video over the next few weeks, so I'm going to have to get on the other side. You'll see where they've dug inside that bit you see there. So they've dug inside the actual site itself.
Oh.
So I don't know what they found, but some of them waterway ditches go down about that deep, deeper than what I originally went to. So it is a big site, a massive site.
Yeah. And those waterways, did you say they were kind of like on the boundary? Is that right?
Yeah, they're like they call them like boundary ditches.
It's like you know, like in the Bronze Age Hillfort or Iron Age Hillfort, they would have had like a waterway or a moat, as we know it, going around.
Yeah.
It's something similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, Romans. It would have been Iron Age because they've gone back from Iron Age to you've gone from Iron Age, Vikings, you've got Romans, you've even got Saxons. All that coming off of them fields. So they look at it as it was used at one site at one point, and then of course you had the Romans and the Vikings and the Saxons. As they turned up, they just took over the spots that were already being used, basically. And where I live quite close to Canterbury, which is a massive a big Roman city. And I mean, it is massive. And I live quite close to there. So there's lots and lots of history sort of down here. But I've been on some fields, I've not found anything. And on some fields like that, you don't find much. But as soon as they dig that out, the amount of stuff you can find. But the brown clay you see there, I don't have much out of that. But it's always the dark grey clay. I get absolutely I've had loads of stuff. I've even had my first Roman fib that has not been stuck. It's not in the video yet because I've got the videos. They are ready to come out. But where we've had people on there, what they're more worried about is I don't want to get kicked off site because other people have turned up on there. So I said to him, I'm not going to release the videos then until they've started building on that side, which they have now. So over the next few weeks, the videos will start to sort of come out and people will see some of the amazing finds. But it's only a little child's fibula, but it's just like the hinge bit and the tiny little bit. But I was so happy when I found one of them because I've never found one.
Yeah.
And literally just to find that sort of made my day. But yeah, as I say, I've had some nice silver Romans off of there. I had 2 silver Romans in one day. which are being one of the videos, which one of them, I won't lie to you, it'll come out in my video. One of them was an actual fake. It was silver. So I put it in my electrolysis, like I do all my silver coins.
Yeah.
Now this one was stuck in there and it broke in half, and I thought, well, why is it green inside if it's silver outside? So I took a picture. I sent it to Graham Dempsey, and he said what they did back in the day was they used to do that. They would actually dip some of their coins if to make a fake coin. I couldn't believe it. So it's still, to me, it's still part of a silver coin. But when it broke in the electrolysis, I thought only brass or copper breaks like that if you've left it that long. Because only them, I didn't have to sort of, some of the Romans I cleaned up, some of them I just sort of left. There's just too many. I can't even date them all. But it just snapped apart, and I thought something ain't right about that. And literally, it was only when it sort of, you looked inside it, and it was in electrolysis for a while, it went green again. So yeah, when I showed him, he was like, "Yeah," he said, "You should have left that." I thought, "Well, I didn't know, did I?"
Well, you didn't know, did you? Yeah, exactly.
I just fried it.
Is that because it had an iron core, maybe?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought at first, was like an ironing core. But he said to me, "No, he said Romans were funny." He said the amounts of fakes, he said, that they did. He said they're rarer to find than some of the normal originals. He said, but he said you will find one or two in your lifetime. If you're finding loads of Romans, he said, no doubt you'll see one or two fake ones thrown in there. And in some of the coins I've got, there's about 4 or 5 of them, which are quite rare coins that are Celtic, and one of them is you only got in silver, yet this one's actually in copper, like in a brass sort of coin. So it was like that. That shows you what it was like if it was a marketplace, people going around trying to flog off their fake coins, like.
Wow. So it must be an absolute buzz to be able to get onto a site like that and be involved in assisting, the Archies in their work, so to speak, because we know they're a little bit kind of anti-detectorists, aren't they? Have you had that vibe from them?
One of them, the main man himself, he does what they call field walking, where they get like 20 of them in a line. And at first I thought he was having me on, but this is true. They get 20 of them in a long line, and shush buster, and they're all walking across this field, and they're picking up bits of flint and all sorts. So they do this walk, and they get to the end of this field, and I swear that out of this whole line, everyone will find stuff. You've got. I always thought arrows were made out of iron or something like that, but no, they're a lot of them are made out of flint, and you can only sort of find them by eye. I mean, there's no point asking me. I can't see the floor too well when I'm walking about, if you know what I mean. So it's always a sort of struggle to sort of see that kind of stuff. Every now and then I might find something that looks a bit strange, and you're sort of looking at it, and then it ends up in the sort of hedge if it's a stone or something. You think that looks good, and then you think, oh, I'll leave that. But you've took a picture of it, and then someone say, "Oh yeah, that's a late medieval flint or something." You think, "Oh, I'll go back and get that," and you never find it again. So now I bring everything back. I mean, literally everything now. But it's a site where if they trust you, that then you can get in with them. But some of them on there, they don't like metal detectorists, especially the bloke in the digger. Bloke in the digger doesn't like metal detectorists, I'll tell you that. He drove from one side of the field. I won't lie. I mean, he likes me now, so he might be watching the show. So if you're watching the show, absolute legend of a fella. But he drove from one
but
side.
You're a miserable sod at the beginning.
he drove from one side of the field to the other in a digger, which took you probably 15 minutes more than what it did walking, just to have a go at me. Tell him I'm not allowed on there. But then when he calmed down, I explained to him, "Hold up, the bloke in the blue out over there give me permission." He sort of drove off, and when he came over, he said, "Sorry about him." He said he was come from another site today, and of course he said I weren't here, and that's why he's come over. He said, but otherwise, he said, "No, just leave him." I thought, oh, I've heard some moody people in my time, but to drive across the field, to open the window to tell me to out of here, yeah, I thought, oh no, what have I done? I thought, no, he's kicking me up, and that was it after that. And ever since then, I've been friends with most of them. But yeah, you do get a few that say, "Oh, metal detecting's fun," and then you get some of them that say, "Oh, it's just finding stuff that archaeologists should be finding." But like I explained to them, they find stuff, but they don't go through stuff like we do. Like in the piles of mud, if they was to sift through them properly, the amount of Roman coins they would have found was unbelievable. But they don't. They just dig it to a certain depth, look at all the markings, get a drone up, take loads of footage of all the floor. If there's any bones there, of course, they will take them out of the way and things like that. But then, as he says, they're not looking for coins most of the time. Like what they want to see is, like Time Team. Remember Time Team when they used to show you all the buildings, and that's what they want to see, so they can actually date the area, tell them what it was like for a bit of
So
history.
they're looking for walls and
that's
floors and roads and
stuff like that, all tiles and he says if they come across the coins, he said it's always, he said, but no one on site since he's been doing it for the last 20 years has ever metal detected with them when they've actually been on a site.
That's cool.
And I thought the amount of stuff that people would have found if you'd have let them, sort of. But at first, as I say, I think it was more because he come over the first day, the main man, and he went off his head. And I explained to him that I had the builder's permission, but he explained why we're on here, you can't be on here. And then the next day, it was really nice. I think because he had got me the first day, and I never said nothing back, because some people would have said some things back, but me, I was quite chilled out the day, and I thought, well, I'll walk off. But then it showed the next day when I went back, he apologised, and he said, look, get the trustworthy. He said, you follow us around at first, and that's what I did. Then after that, they've been all right ever since. He makes a nasty cup of tea, but he's an all right fella.
So people want to know what your best find was.
Best find? Oh, my best find, I won't lie. Now, most people say all the Roman coins. My best find, and this ain't no lie, was my Roman fibula. Because I found Romans. Now, I've not found hundreds like I did over there, but I found Roman coins. I found silver Roman coins. And a friend of mine, Robert Hunter Collinson, at Detective Hall, found me a lovely Roman fib.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I told everyone it had found. And I'll tell you what, I've still got it. It's in my box somewhere. Big, heavy thing it is. And I thought one day I'm going to find my own. I'm going to find mine. And then the other day, when I watched this, like I see Grips one was an absolute stunner, the other one that he found. And it was just to see people, when they find the little things like that. See, I love coins, don't get me wrong, but you see artifacts, I love artifacts. I'd rather swap 40 Roman coins for a Roman fibula, I won't lie.
Me too.
Because
Leave it.
It's just that coins.
I need to find the 40 Romans first, but no, a little fib's on my bucket list. I want to find one of those.
That's what was on mine, was a fibula, and my boy had found part of one. And I weren't going to lie in my video and say, I found it. He found it, it was his part. And I thought, I'm never going to find one. And then, of course, when I found it, I was over the moon, because I thought, that's done the trip, that is, just to find that. And then I've got a Roman now, which I'm going to send to a mate of mine. This Roman now I've got is brand new. It's like a brand new Roman now. Like, it's got a cross on the top of it. It's like they've just made it and he just dropped it on the floor. And there's about 5. Yeah, they're crazy tiny little nails, but I didn't know what they were. I just kept finding them in my box.
Paul, have you got pictures, or have you got anything you can show us?
I should have sent pictures to Paul. I never thought it. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. Have you got anything to show us? Have you got the fibula? Where is that?
Where's my book? Hang on, I better show you that. Where's me? Let me get my little book. Hang on a sec, I'll show you.
So you can get one of the detectives out and look for it, mate.
I will do.
And
breathe.
breathe.
In the speed shop. Yes. And literally do, yes. Breathe. Everyone take a moment to get some air.
No, I want a fibula is on my bucket list.
Awesome.
Right.
And like I always say, it happened when you least expect it.
Don't worry about me, it's just getting in this whole cupboard. These are just some of the Romans I've found. I'll show you this tiny little thing. I don't think I'll take it out of the page.
Shall we make them big?
This tiny little thing here. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh wow.
No. That's would you believe I thought that was a stater because of the back of it? Nothing on it.
Yeah.
But it actually come back as a Viking coin, that did.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have thought it was a stater as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. In my video, I've even said, stater, I found a silver stater. Of course, once I showed Graham and then I showed Flo, they want that. He said, yeah, that's an actual Viking coin.
See,
He said,
it looks similar to it. Is it called a potin?
I can't remember
I'm
what
not
they
sure if that's
called
what they
it.
call it, a potin, something like that.
I think it's probably written in the email, but me, I have to get Julie to read my emails because you guys know what I'm sort of like at sort of
So
reading.
that looks like it's got a horse on it.
It has. It's got a tiny little silver horse. That one has. It's got it's like a man. It looked like a man riding a horse. I thought at first, but it's like a it's got
Yeah.
a man standing on like sitting on the back of it.
Yeah.
But that's what I thought it was a stater. But it turned out to be a silver Viking. But why they made them like that, staters? But he'll probably get that and say to me, "Oh no, that's definitely a stater."
Keep it there a minute.
Hang on, let me turn it up the right way for her. There you go. I don't do it no favours. This phone is just.
No, you had it perfect a minute ago.
Yeah. Let me. There it is. Yeah.
I just
There you
can't.
go.
That's just amazing to me. It's a Vikings coin. It's just crazy. I
It's a
want
lovely.
one.
That's a neat coin. That one is. I got. Where's my little? There's my. What have I done with my one? I've got so many boxes of.
I'm waving, saying hi.
I've got so many boxes of stuff. It's finding what I've done with mine. This is my boy's tiny little bit of a Roman fib, but that's the side part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow, that would have been quite a lumpy thing.
Yeah, that one would have been big. I think mine might be in the other. No, it's not. Mine's is here. Mine's is this tiny little thing. Look at this little thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was well happy when I found that. I mean, it's got a tiny little bit missing, but it's only a tiny little fib. That
Yeah,
is.
it's got to be a child's one, surely.
Yeah, no bigger than that. Really tiny little thing.
Oh, see,
That was
yeah.
that was one of me. That's one of my best finds. I've got. Let me see if I can find that little. I'll show you some of the ways some of these Romans have actually come out. They're unbelievable inside that mud. The mud seems to hold them up. Let me see if I can just undo this. I'll put them all inside plastic things to stop them banging about. And then, of course, once you try to undo where these the plastic things are, when you need. I mean, I'm blind. I am half the time. But look at some of the way some of these coins come out.
Yeah.
That one's just a plain Roman coin. That one is. It's got some nice patterns on it. Silver Romans. We've got loads of silver Romans, like silver denariuses. They're absolute lovely coins. They are. Got loads of silver ones.
Fibula. So it's a little brooch that they used to wear on their sort of cloaky, you know. Am I right?
Yeah, just there on their as they used to pull their robe over, it would just clip onto the robe. I believe, just to keep it fastened. But this is one big old Roman coin. Check this one out. But it's what's on the back.
Oh wow, that's really, really thick.
Yeah, that's as thick as this is the thickest Roman coin that I've got.
Is that a
Oh look,
Depondus
it's
or a
got a
Sestertius?
horseman.
Yeah, it's all this one is a constant. Constant. I can't say the name.
Constantine.
That's the one, and it would have been used for like sports days and things like that.
Okay.
That's what that coin would have been used for like games and all stuff like that. Like when they're doing bets, big old coin that is. When I picked that up, I thought it was. I weren't sure what it was, but it sounded like it was a massive item. And I'll tell you what, when I dug that up, nice coin. They come out quite nice. Some of them like this one here. I'll show you this one. This one I found the other month. Now check this one out. The silver Roman denarius, that is. I've not cleaned it. I ain't bothered cleaning it yet. I've cleaned a bit of it at the back. But
is that potentially washed silver?
You see that? That goes black because it's been in water so long.
Okay.
The other one that snapped. I'll show you that now. Actually, here we go. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. I'll undo the. Right now, if you can see that, it's silver there. Now that and that was together. We'll forget about that little tiny bit for a minute.
All
So
right. So
that
is this your fake one?
yeah, you see that, and now that's got a denarius. That's a Roman denarius. But if you look inside there, can you see where that's gone green?
Yeah.
It's got green ink or
So it's
so
got
they
a base called
yeah,
iron base, maybe.
that's it, straight through the middle of it. So yeah, it was fake coin, but I've not electrified that one yet. But as soon as I found that one, it felt different. It didn't feel as heavy as what I mean. I've got I think six Roman silvers altogether. But that one there, when I found it, it didn't feel right either. So I just had a feeling something weren't right with it. But I've got most of all the
Terry, is it
these.
stuff that you found prior to the archaeologists getting on that land?
I found 3 silver Romans before they had gotten on there. About 6 Romans plus this big one I found before they had started digging. So I knew there was Romans on there because that was probably the 7th ever Roman that I'd found on there. That was, and
Massive, isn't it? And it's
It
the
is.
detail that's on it. You know, it's really good that you've got that detail on it.
no lie, the more I believe it's right. I think Scott from Dirt Diggers will tell me, but the more tin they used in these, you'll find the better the pattern held up as time went on.
Oh,
Whereas
okay.
the less tin they put in and more of this other stuff they put in, they just rot away a lot quicker. But you can see where that one's it's got massive chunks missing out of it, but it's how nice the front one is. I didn't realise it had that many chunks missing out of it.
Mm.
So no doubt that's probably been bashing about in the old pot. That's why you should never put coins like without protection, sort of like in cases like I do, because they just bang about. I'm saying that. What did I get? What was that thing I found? Like things like that, like bright hairpin, little Roman hairpins. I found loads of these things. I've even found Roman pencils. Have you ever seen a Roman pencil?
No,
Little
show me.
stylus.
Yeah. Oh, where's that pot? Where's my boy? Hang on. Sorry, guys. I should have had all this put in here.
Kid in a sweet shop, Tezza. There's some amazing stuff there. That coin, is it a Dupondus or Sestertius, whatever it might be. I've never seen anything that thick.
I know.
The closest I've seen in that thickness is your cartwheel 2p.
I know, it's amazing. But no, that even looks thicker than a cartwheel penny.
It's a little bit thicker. It's a bit thicker than a cartwheel penny. That.
Yeah. Oh my good God, how big's that?
Roman pencil. Look at that. He even sort of thinned it out there to get the right weight. But that's what they look like.
That's massive.
And what they did was they made the actual pencil out of lead, the whole thing out of lead, and in the middle they put a tiny little bit of copper or brass all the way through it, like a tiny little bit of wire. And what they did was, when they were writing letters home, it used to scratch into little lead plates. That's why people always say you find a bit of lead, sort of open it. But this is what they used to use to inscribe. And I'll tell you what, some of these things though, this is quite an heavy item. This, I mean, if you was at school and you was using this, you'd be banging your mate with it next to you like you always did, messing about. But that is, I mean, some of them, like I've got literally tons of these things, loads of them.
Yeah.
I've never seen it that big.
Yeah, that's the massive one. That one. They've even made it to a point like that.
I've only seen like little
That's
tiny
what I thought.
ones.
I thought they were kind of like tiny
They
little.
are. Sometimes they're about that big. You mean about that big?
Yeah, so
they
the
look
ones
more
I've
like
seen,
fossilized joints to me.
So the ones I've seen, I think, are like children's ones. That I think must be an adult's one.
It is a big. When I found these, I thought, what is that? So I collected about 30 of them. So there was loads all scattered in this one pond. And I took about. I said, yeah, what are these things here? And he went to me, well, yeah, they're can't say it. Things that
Stylus.
That's the thing. Yeah, he went, that's what that is. I said, "Cool, that's a big old one." That one. He went, "I've never seen the one as big as that." He said, "But." He said, "Let me have a look." And then when he looked through the wire from the end of it, he was like, "It's definitely one of them." He said, "But," he said, "they've even made it weighted." So you know, like when you get a pen and you're drawing with a pen, so you ain't got to put so much pressure on it. You can just let it. It's like proper.
Well,
Whoever made that was really good. Whoever made
see,
that.
even the Romans had ergonomics back in the day.
See,
Knows that.
it is crazy. It's just a shame
weight
that they
of the
didn't
pen.
think like, yeah. I mean, we go the opposite way round now. We use lead as the in-core part. I mean, you wouldn't want to be sitting at school going chewing on
Oh, no, you
chewing on the
wouldn't,
end
would
of
you?
that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely get some lead poisoning. But yeah, there's when my videos come out, it's like the other day. I'll get this out of the way. The other day, I found this. This again. You know, see this thing here? Look at this.
Yeah.
Like this thing here, right? It's a tube. Now at the end of it, it's got a screw on the end of it, and I thought to myself, "What is that?" And I'm in the field and I'm looking at it, thinking, "Now it's got a screw top on. So what's got a screw top on?" So I couldn't undo it because I'm in the middle of a field. I'm not taking pliers out with me. Do you know what I mean? You're not always going to find something you're going to have to undo.
Yeah.
And I got home and I thought, "What is that?" So I thought, "Get the pliers out," and I could hear water in there. And I thought, "There's water in there, or could it be like a perfume bottle or something?" So I undone it and checked this out. Check this out.
Mascara.
No,
No,
it's a
it's a tiny spoon.
yeah, it's a World War II, or someone would tell me in chat, it's a thing they used in World War II. I thought it was a snuff thingy to sniff snuff, but apparently Philip might be able to tell you. But it's it's a World War II era thing. Snuff spoon. There you go. That's what it was. It was for
Snuff.
snuff. Yeah. But when you look it up, it actually tells you what you would think when people sniff it, snuff. It
Yeah.
actually tells you that actual word for what we believe what it is today, what people use, is actually what they actually called that spoon. So they called it, so it's snuff spoon basically. But at first I wondered what it was. There was always water in there, but yeah, World War II snuff spoon.
That's pretty. That
That's
is
it.
really, really
Whoa.
cool.
Yep, see, that's it. You've all got it right. I didn't want to say the word, you see, but that's what they actually called it in World War
You
II.
used it to powder your nose with back in World War II.
That's the one. Yeah, I didn't want to say it was for, but that's exactly what it was for. And when I found it, I thought, yeah, nice. And now I've gone and found something else that's sort of similar to that, but it hasn't got a screw thing on the end of it. And I'll show that was quite a nice find. I found that on the weekend, with half a crown, what I thought was a florin.
That's mad.
I've had some nice stuff from there. I've had rings like that, with all patterns on. This is just a brass ring. This,
yeah,
it's got loads and loads of patterns on. I've had
I love that.
So much different stuff like that.
That's not just a ring, mate. That's a classic find.
Cover your face because it's focusing on your face and not the ring.
Yeah, we want to see the
That's
ring piece.
better. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's kind of focusing on your nails, but it's fine. It's fine. No, it's
Yeah, I've got some nice patterns. I should have sent Paul some pictures, but me, that's I'm just I should have done it all earlier, but I'm slow.
yeah. But Paul should have asked.
Well, we did try getting into. How many times did we try getting into a room to talk about it?
Paul did ask.
Many times.
Paul did ask, and me, I'm just it's because I'm used to just when we used to go live, it used to be just sort of like when you just went live like, and I forget all about show and finds and things like that. But yeah, I find a lot of this stuff that now I always bring home. Now I thought it was a bit of Coke can, but if you should, that's why I used to always bring these little tiny bits of metal home because it ain't a Coke can. It's a tiny little bit of silver, and that would have been round the bottom of your cane or something. That I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally the Coke cans I find it actually they're red with Coke written on it, or it's blue with Red Bull written on it. Yeah.
I always find them. My best ones has got to be the old Stella cans that I always find. They give a funny sound off on the Garrett Apex when you know your machine really well, because a lot of people out there recently I've seen about different metal detectors. Sort of, some people are saying different, but as most people know, if you don't walk over it, you're not going to have a chance.
True.
But if you know your metal detector is really more how you read it. Like some people will walk over a signal and say, "No, I know what that is," and And you know what that is? And I think what it is these days is the better the metal detector. Okay, it might go a little bit deeper, but me, myself, I ain't going to be able to dig much deeper than what my Apex gives me anyway. It gives me perfect depth. It gives me a perfect coverage. A few little things that they're going to be talking about up and doing in the next few months. But otherwise, you've got to know your machine. Because I see some people say, I'm not using this no more. The new machine's out, I ain't using this because it ain't found me goods in 3 weeks. Well, it ain't going to find your goods in 3 weeks. It might not find your goods in 6 months, but it's all about learning it. And as you learn it, you'll know them signals, and that's when you find the good stuff. Because
It's
most
also,
people just,
you've just got to walk over it. And
yeah,
I think you've just got to dig everything as you're learning.
yeah, that's it. As I said to some people, always go in all metal mode, so you know your signals, you listen to them, and the more you listen to a metal detector, the more you can understand it. Because a machine hasn't just got 1 or 2 tones or 3 tones or 4. Some items that you find can have a tone that's in the background that some people don't hear. Like with my Apex, if I go over a can, I know I'm over a can. As long as it's not just one part of the can, as long as it's got this bit and this bit on it, I can tell the difference between a can straight away just by the sound of tone. Because if you take your time to listen to that tone, at the back of it, it has like a little tiny tingy sound. And when you hear that, I can dig them every time, and it'll be a can. It might be the 1 out of 9 times that it might be something good, but I always dig them. But
Yeah.
I just know once you know your machine, and I do feel for some people, because some people watch different machines out there, and they think, well, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go and smash it and find it. It's not like that. I mean, you're going to go out, you might struggle the first few times when you start off metal detecting. So I'm starting to learn some other kids metal detecting now, getting into the sort of hobby my boys in, and they're starting to enjoy it. But they have to understand that it's not all good. It's sometimes doom and gloom. Sometimes you're sitting there digging up cans, so I might take them to a good field, and then I'll take them to a field I know that I've been, and you're not finding nothing, and then it just give them that little change about, because it's a hard hobby. But as I say, the first machines that I'm looking at getting are going to be like, I've told them all, just to get a standard turn on machine and go. I've used the Ace range, so we'll be sticking with them, just the 150, 250, things like that. So they get used to it, because there is other machines out there that are just as good as the Ace, but because I know them, when I'm out with them, I can sit there and I can help program them. There's no point me telling them to go and get other machines if I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, because you know what kids are like these days. Is you have to be there with them and show them. There's no point just showing them on, like sending them a message and saying them do this, because they don't understand it. So if you're out with them, you say to them, look, like this is how it goes. And I'll tell you what, they found some nice stuff. Some of them have found stuff that I've missed out on in certain fields, but it's just
And
getting.
how much into this new venture are you? How far have you got into it, or is it still in
It's
planning?
still quite new, because it some of them are sort of like enjoying it, and some of the parents have said no, they've just sort of gone off it. But then some of the parents get into it, and then they're like, oh, I quite enjoy that. And then next thing you know, that you're out with the dad out there metal detecting, and the kids at home playing his computer as they normally do. But it's just because they get bored quick. Do you know what I mean? It's not they get bored fast, but the 10-year-old, you know what I mean? After he's done about 100 steps outside these days, and so, oh, you finished yet, Dad? No, I ain't. 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 I mean, he says, "Can we go now?" And I'm metal detecting all the way back to the car, and he's standing there. Can we go now? Kicking the mud, and it's just getting them into it. It's just so it's learning them that it's metal detecting is a little bit sort of harder if you're not finding certain things. But as I say, if you're willing to learn someone it, they can find good stuff, because you don't have to go and find a coin for it to be good stuff. I mean, some of the boys find little bits of lead, and I can make a good story out of that one bit of lead. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this boy's got
Yeah.
lead in his bedroom, thinking, "Don't touch me lead, Dad, because you see that lead there, that come from this, that come from there." And the dad saying to me, "He's filled up his bedroom with lead stuff, mate. What is all that?" Well, you know what I mean? There's a story behind that lead. Do you know what I mean?
Same with buttons and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
somebody once showed me a video of you know, buttons back in the 1600s, 1700s, and kids making them, and I kind of thought, whoa, that's a side of button making that you didn't You just didn't know. There's a whole new history there.
That's it. If you can just get kids into it, not just fines, but also talking about them, talking about it might be saying that it's not the best of fines, but you just dig them up a little bit. And what it is, when you give a kid a little bit of confidence these days, it does go a long way, and then they can enjoy it. But you get your odd kid that is not really into it, but it's really enjoyable, and it's learning young ones. Because when I first went out metal detecting, it was I watched my mate do it, and I said, "Oh, I like that. Give us a try of that." And I had a try, and I mean, I didn't find much, but I got hooked. And I bought a machine that had 7,000 buttons, and you guys know what I'm like with buttons. And it had all these buttons everywhere, and I was like, I thought, no way. But I
So are
tried
you
it.
taking kids out and teaching them, showing them metal detecting?
Yeah, my boy, he does a lot of show and tell at school. So every now and then he might have his mate come out, or he might get two of his mates to come out and come along. But what you've got to be, when they're doing that, is you want to try and stick them together where you stick. So you've always got to follow them back. So you don't really get much yourself done metal detecting, but it's enjoyable to actually watch them doing it. I'm going to start doing some videos, but they're not my kids. So basically, it's you know what I mean. I don't want to go around filming somebody else's kids without permission, because it's just one of them things. But my boy, I will always record him, but just some of the others are sort of at the moment, until I've sort of asked, because I don't just want to jump out of it. So I'll just get them on YouTube. Like, I've only been doing it a couple of weeks, and they'll be thinking, what's this bloke up to? Like, putting one in. So I want to do it the best way I can, but they're enjoying it. I mean, it's a bit hard because everyone knows what it's like with kids.
Yeah.
It can be a pain. But
and they can get stroppy if they're not finding, and you know, they can get bored really quickly if they're not finding.
Jason had it the right way. Jason's Dark Knight. He said, "Oh, his boy might go out for a little bit," and he said, "I want to go back to the car." And then Jason give him the camera and said, "Right, you film me." And Jason said he got right into that, and that's what he enjoyed doing as well. So now, every now and then, when Jason's out, if his boy's like, "Oh, he might be finding much," or saying, Jason say, "Here, take the camera and film me," and his boy enjoys that. Do you know what I mean? But my tell, I say, "Here, give him the camera." I'll be digging. He say, "I'll be saying, you filming me then, or what?" He's like, yeah. It's like everything I try recording, when he finds something, I'm trying to follow his hands. I'm like this, because he's standing there going, "Yeah, look at that. It's just stay still, son, stay still." But it's good. It's just I want them to, my boy, to enjoy something with me, instead of sort of sitting indoors, because these computers are just no good for them these days. It's just no good. I'm still getting dug. Still getting enjoying out.
Hard worker.
Yeah, he has to. He's still having to drag him out though.
Oh yeah, I do. When he says to me, "I ain't going," he's, "Come on, let's just go." No one really appreciates social history in school. They don't.
My daughter got me detecting, and now she doesn't go. That's what Randy's saying.
Oh, see, that in some ways though, it's what we watch when as we get older, we see some younger ones doing it. We think, "Oh, I wonder if that's any good." Like, because I've tried loads of hobbies. I've been freshwater fishing, sea fishing, and once I started getting the metal detecting, so I started getting bad arms, and I thought, yeah, I quite like that. And then I met everyone in the community, through Scott and Rob Random, because it was Scott from Dirt Diggers and Rob Random was the first two people that I ever met. Scott Dirt Diggers at first, then Rob Random, because everyone knows I've got dyslexia. I mean, I ain't ever ashamed to say it. It's something I've had all my life, so no worried about being ashamed about it. And someone writ saying, because I writ a post up, and some people can't read me post, but most people read between the lines and work it out.
Yeah.
And somebody give me some grief about not spelling things right, and Scott and Rob Random straight on there. And I thought, I like this bloke. Who is he? It's this Rob Random. I quite like him. He's a nice bloke. Stuck right up for me. He did. So I thought, I had him. That was the worst thing I've ever done. But no, he was there. He was because being dyslexic at first, when you do things, new hobby, and there's a lot of reading and writing involved, it can be hard and it can put you off. And it did a little bit. It started pushing me back a little bit. But then once I see a few people sort of stuck up for me, especially Scott and Rob, once them two stuck up, then I'm not even reading that, Rob. Once they stuck up for me, it was just, I felt part of something. And then, of course, everyone just sort of started building. And I've met so many different people from metal detecting, like you guys and Paul. At first, when I first added Paul, I won't lie to you, when I first added Paul on Facebook, I thought, who's this Paul fella? Who's this Paul who's messaged me? Like, I couldn't work out who it was at first because it was a different picture. So when I clicked on it, then I knew it was then, because he has his actual picture. Some people have their little, like their logos of their channel. Of course, Paul's got a picture. I was thinking, now, who is that? And I sort of knew who he was like. But yeah, I've met so many people, like everyone in chat. I've met, so I've actually got to meet a few of them sort of in person, and some of them I haven't got to meet yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting a few of them, especially Griff. I've been watching Griff Vines the last, since he's been doing it. More recently, because I've sort of got to know him, because at first it's sort of getting to know these new channels, sort of like they've been going a while, but you didn't know they had a channel like. And I tell you what, an absolute legend. They got an absolute lovely family. Like Papa Griff.
And it is really nice seeing a whole family unit going out and enjoying the hobby.
The last video I think was before the one that they just put out when he found his Roman fib, and I could hear him shouting to his dad.
Yeah.
That I'll tell you what, that just made my day listening to him shout that, because I thought to myself, when I find something like that, I'm running around shouting, but I've got no one to shout to, so I'm just running around and I'm just shouting. Dog walkers are looking at me and everything. When he shouted, it reminded me so much of me when I'm out in the field. I thought you couldn't record something like that just like that. Do you know what I mean? That was just straight there, it was, and I was just laughing. I was thinking, what an absolute legend and what an absolute lovely find. So yeah, don't forget, check out Griff if no one has, because he's an absolute legend.
Jason's been really good. Jason's been putting in everybody's channel links and everything.
Much appreciated, Jace.
But it's hard keeping up with everybody's channel. We say this every week, I think. Just because unless you don't work, and even then, there's not that many hours in the day. Do you know?
I looked through it the other day, and it was actually scary just how much the watch later folder is built up. And I kind of thought, bloody hell, there's going to be hundreds of hours of, if you watched it from start to finish, a video, it would be hundreds of hours of viewing. But there just isn't that time during the week.
I try to watch the people that either watch mine or are all my friends, like all the people that I know really well. Then I try to watch them. I try to watch some of the ones that have commented on my video. I try to watch them, but it is hard. It is absolutely hard to try and comment on everybody's video back, even to watch them. If you watch everybody's videos that you're subscribed to, the time Sunday night come, you'll be almost 3/4 of the way through, ready to start again the following week, because their videos, some of them are 3 times. And what's even harder is when someone brings out 3 or 4 videos a week. I'm lucky. I might catch 2 of them because it's just too many. I don't want to let all my friends down. So I have the ones that I do pick most, that I make sure I do keep an eye on, even when I set reminders, I blimmin' miss them still. But I try to do as much as I can for everyone. Do you know what I mean? I sometimes just listen
Are you
to
going to Detectable?
I'm hoping to be, yeah. Looks over, trying to keep up the video. Philip Wills. Now I don't know how you can say that. I see that man everywhere.
He's first on everyone's lives. Always first on.
He's another omnipresent character.
He's an absolute
in several places at once.
He's a legend. I went onto my video earlier, and the first comment in my live chat was Phil, little goat legend. I thought, first one in, you can't argue with that. He's an absolute legend.
Well, do you know what? You could probably, it's nearly 9:30 now, right? And you could probably talk until gone midnight.
I probably could. I will. I've got to go about 1:30, so I'll pick up my boy from football. But I tell you what, it's been absolutely nice. I do apologise talking so much.
Do you know what? It's fine. But do keep us updated on how this unfolds, before they go to site down, and obviously your videos and stuff like that, because I know there's stuff you can't show at the moment. But
and if you need any help, just give us a shout.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. it's nice to sort of
Yeah.
talk about, because the last couple of weeks it's sort of been a bit hard to sort of talk about it with everything that's going on over there, and I've been sort of metal detecting so much, doing different bits, even digging bits of pottery out. I mean, my nails are split. I tried to grow them a little bit because they started cracking in certain places. I've just chipped them all, and because the mud's so rock hard, we ain't had rain in about 6 weeks, I think, and it is literally like, and every time you miss the little spoon thing they give you, I don't know why they give you that. As I say, I've got a Blackadder spade to smash that up with, but they give you a toothpick and or scrape along the wall. When you just go bang, 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 bang along with your fingers, you're like, oh. And to be honest, I don't mind pottery, but you're not going to find a whole pot. So it's not my kind of thing, but every little helps when you're digging something. Otherwise, just to be sitting indoors.
Absolutely.
Everyone's. Kev's got his tent ready. Got his pop-up tent ready.
No, Kev, I'll tell you what, it'd be nice to meet Kev, Detective Kev. Oh, it's a shame he couldn't go last year, and it'd been real nice to sort of meet him, because sort of Kev's been in the live situation for quite a few years, Kev has, and tell you what a nice bloke, what an absolute nice fella he is. I do like Kev.
Jojo, I can't do anything about that because we're on Paul's channel.
What's that?
Jojo's spannerless.
I'll sort it.
Sam Geeky Bleeps has said she's really enjoyed listening to you, Terry.
Oh, thank you. Even though Paul probably get off afterwards and go, I need some paracetamol after speaking to that fella. Oh, but it's nice it's nice, as I say, it's nice to talk to you guys. It was really nice for you to have me on, and as I say, I could have got some more pictures ready, but everything's just been a bit sort of mayhem the last few days, kind of.
Oh, look at that, Rod Random. Tezza, truly an awesome geezer. Been a privilege to be his mate. Love you, Tezza.
No, I love Rob as well. He has. He's been a real good mate. He's been a real good mate, Rob has.
And he says that even after blowing you up. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's me mate, but he won't hesitate to throw a banger at you if all else fails. If everything's quietening down, he'll bring up the party a little bit. Rob will.
That's really that's true. True, Craig. Best guests are ones you don't have to tease things out of. So yeah, chatterbox.
I can chat for. I chat for ages sometimes. It's like when me and Mark used to do lives. I used to just constant. And after the show, I'd say, Mark, I didn't talk too much, did I? He'd go, nah, of course you didn't. And then I'd watch it back and go, oh, listen to me. Mark's just sitting there like that, just waiting to talk. Like, I'm thinking, damn. But no, thanks ever so much for having me on, you guys. And
no, it's been fun, mate. And don't forget, once this unfolds even more before it all comes to an end.
That's what I mean.
I'm going to see some more.
I'll keep recording it sort of like as the houses go, and as the stages
I know it's
appear.
difficult to show stuff at the moment because it's still, it's still technically official and all that kind of stuff. But we're all itching to see what we can't see at the moment.
Oh, you'll be surprised with some of the stuff that comes up. I mean, I was surprised. Even today, I still sit there and think, I'm never going to have a day like that ever again in my life. I never thought I would ever have a day like that. So I see it happen to people, and you always think, nah, it might do one day.
I can't wait to be on a dig when either someone finds a hoard or I find a hoard. I don't think
it can happen.
The buzz, just filming other people finding it, you're still going to get the buzz from it. But I can't imagine how you felt,
Well, let's put it this way. I was like this.
Yeah.
When your excitement and
so
you get to
excited, yeah.
I was almost sick. I was sitting there. I was coughing. I was like, stop coughing. Sit down, have a relax 5 minutes. But
you know what? Rosanne released a series of videos. One was gold, one was silver. I think the gold one came out yesterday. But have a look at that, Tez, and there's two guys on there that find a full stater and a quarter stater. The guy who found the full stater, we can remember he was physically shaking.
Yeah.
Holding this thing in his hand and physically shaking, and it wasn't that articulate to be able to talk about what he'd found, and it was just that's the impact it had on him finding it. It was exactly the same for us going over and looking at it.
Yeah.
And thinking, bloody hell, look at that.
I found a Kent gold stater in one of my videos back, and when I found it, I was like, literally, the tears were in my eyes, and I couldn't talk. It's like when I found a Silver Roman the other week.
Yeah.
That's going to be an up-and-coming video. When I tried to talk, because it was so nice, I was like, and then I was like, right, stop. Let's start again. And of course, I couldn't cut that bit out of the video because it was all in one bit. So when I started doing it, it was just, it was just one of them ones when you're so excited, you think, right, I'm recording that, but then you can't record that again because the excitement's gone.
Yeah.
So I think, well,
Yeah.
I can't.
You
really
can't
record
fake
that.
it.
Yeah, you just have to leave it after that. So the amount of mistakes that I could put at the end of my videos, people would laugh at. I do my intro 30 times after time just to get the video right. That's half the battery gone. That is the time I get to start.
I still maintain. I think everybody needs to do a gag reel on their videos.
I think if you was to see mine, there'd be a lot of beeps in it, if you know what I mean. Because I sort of do the intro for a minute, and then as you get to the end of the minute, you say something that don't even exist, that don't even sound right. And then you're like, yeah, then you have to start again. Oh, after the 5th time, you forgot what you're saying, and then you end up rushing it. I've panned the camera around so much, I've got a stiff neck just walking around with this flimming camera in my
Yeah.
But thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. I'll keep you all updated on all this stuff. But thanks, Rosanne.
Please do.
Absolute legends. Thanks, everyone in chat. Jason,
thanks for being an awesome guest.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me on.
Feel free to pop back in later on if once you pick the lad up.
I'll try and. I'm going to get him in a minute, and if I'm back in, then I'll try and pop back on. Definitely.
Yeah, do.
Right. Well, lovely. Right. Well, thank you, guys. Thanks everyone in chat. And absolute legends. So now you can all go and have a cup of tea and stick some earbuds in for 5 minutes. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Care, mate.
You take care. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Easy. Wow. I'd love to get on that land. What I wouldn't give.
Yeah, he's not going to let anyone on that land. Don't blame him. That was brilliant, Fo. God, he the only time he took a breath was when he went and found his fibula.
Yeah, I need to find my oxygen bottle.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
Like I said, you could have him talking until 1 o'clock.
We're going to have a toilet break.
Let's do it. And then we open up for everyone to feel free to pop in.
Yeah,
see what everyone's up to.
I've put the link in the chat anyway. Do you want me to play the 3-minute music thingy?
Oh, go on then. Why not? I love it.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we'll make it tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I to prove, no end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night, if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit.
And suddenly it comes. Straight back in. Let's get rid of that screen if I can. It's gone. There you go. Wow. You still eating your muesli?
Yeah, well, I was. Yeah, no break. Tezza don't get enough respect from Rudian, says he's their number one. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, it was kind of it's always complex to try and pin Terry down to, you know, I know he's a busy bloke, and I tried in vain to try and get him into a back room to, you know, get pictures and plan in advance and all that kind of stuff, and didn't happen. So yeah, interesting stuff, and I would give anything to go out on, just even without a detector, just to look to see what's going on, you know.
Yes, exactly. I wouldn't mind
see some
going
of
and
those
having
finds.
a nose. Yeah, without a detector, just having. It's just interesting, isn't it? I bet he's learned so much from them as well.
Of course, you know, put the detector in the back of the car just in case, you know. But
See, now you're pushing it.
no, just in case. Never know, dear. But I'll just be in my element, just looking at what they're doing, what they're finding.
Drive safely, Jojo.
Yeah. Turn the stream off while you're driving.
Oh, yeah. She thought Tezza was a girl.
Yeah, and go all the way back, Joe, because there's some great stuff there going back through the years that, you know, Terry's posted up. Some great stuff.
Here's a girl, Jen. He just dresses like a man. Well, everyone thinks you're a guy, Jojo. Don't they? The amount of people who think Jojo's a guy.
Quite honestly, I haven't heard that as yet.
Have you not?
No.
Yeah. And then she comes on the stream and everyone's like, oh, wow, okay. It's a woman. I'll put the link in again for you, Paul.
That's it. Jump on. Let's get some peeps in.
Oh, jump on, Jojo. Let's have some cheesecake eating.
Do you know, I will drop you a message on your what did you call it, Victoria Sponge video, and I watched that. And
okay.
do you know what, I was like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? So I just go out and buy one now that I've seen it. But I kind of thought, no, I'm not going to buy one because you've made the effort to show people how it's made.
So easy.
And yeah, so I'm going to make the effort to try and make one. Now, whether or not it comes out like you did, mine's going to come out like, do you remember Wendy Craig in Butterflies?
No, I don't.
But you don't know. Go back and have a look at her cooking in Butterflies. I'm sure people in the chat will remember that series. You know, sort of late 70s, early 80s. Nothing she cooked came out properly.
Oh, I think I know who you mean. She was a right old hag, and she was quite blunt and rude to people.
Yeah, Nicholas Lyndhurst was one of the young brothers in it, with Jeffrey Palmer, was it? I think his name was, as the husband, and it was a sitcom that ran for about 5+ years, of a bored housewife that all she ever done was clean and cook and clean, and then met up with her alter ego lover in the park every day. It was a good show. I enjoyed watching it when it was around.
Yeah, see, too young, Paul.
Who is?
I am.
Really?
Yes.
Don't take that negatively. By the way, don't take that negatively.
I think there's only about a year or two between us anyway.
Yeah, I don't need something like that. So there's the possibility of a dig this weekend locally, possibly.
Is there? Where?
Yeah, possibly.
Who? Which club?
I think you've been there recently.
Oh, really? I keep missing. I don't know where to look on the website. You're going to have to show me off air.
And acquired land adjacent to that particular place that you went on, and I think it was that particular day where it was blowing a hailstorm and snow and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Not far from here.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know why I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. If that pops up, I'm definitely out for Sunday or Saturday, whatever he organises. So it's been 4 weeks since I last was out and about.
I haven't been out
So
for a
be
while.
up for that. Yeah, Sam, I used to like watching it. It's Wendy Craig was an absolute legend, and you know, the on-screen chemistry with the partner Jeffrey, what's his face, and young Nicholas Lyndhurst. You know, yeah, good stuff. And her cooking, I don't think anyone would have sampled that.
I see it now.
Yes, it's not up on the actual website.
No, I've just see it on the group. So I thought you were on about the other group.
No.
See, the other group, I'm on their private Facebook, public Facebook page. But I still just don't know where to find the digs.
I think that might be the one that I'm not a member of,
No,
which is why I don't see it anyway.
Oh, I think you are a member. But it's like, I don't get it. I'd prefer them just to email me and let me know when there's a dig available. So I might just email them and say, just email me. Let me know when the dig's available. If I get a space, I get a space. If not, no, I don't. Simple.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
But it seemed, you know, that particular place seemed quite productive from what I saw. What people were posting up seemed like there was a nice bit of history coming up. So I don't know.
Yeah. There was quite a few, and it was only like a small little field. So it'll be interesting to see how big the acreage of the farmer's field is.
I don't think his first post sort of gives a hint to how big it is.
It doesn't.
Just from what I can remember, I think he just basically says that there's new land.
Yeah.
But it's nice and local. That's the thing.
Don't know. Is that Do you know who that is?
I do.
For the
And
film.
I kind of agree.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I can certainly remember paying a tenner and then it jumped to 15 and then very quickly to 20. And some are taking a liberty to charge 25.
Well, you know, if you think of like the old, oh dear, went a bit dark. The old age pensioner who's out with his wife, and then they've got to pay the petrol to get there. So, you know, 50 quid is a lot of money for two people to go digging.
Yep.
And then the fuel.
Especially if it turns out to be shite land.
Yeah, yeah.
Or land that has apparently not been done before, but evidently has.
Oh,
and it's
how
a
many
bit of a
times?
letdown.
How many times have we heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it's not been done before. There's no green waste.
Yeah, but sadly, it's one of the things you never know. And
What's been going on in the chat? Well, I've been looking at my phone. All right, let's just start. I'll just go up a little bit here. Oh, the stream, the line's gone up, right. No one eats cheesecake like Joe. Isn't that right, Jason? Back in the room got distracted. Really? Oh.
That's right, Rob. Yeah. The old Mini. And I love the way that those two brothers used to reverse and in and out of that driveway. That was just classic viewing.
Paul won't understand what we're talking about because he hasn't watched the end of the live show. You don't know what we're on about when we're talking about cheesecake, do you, Paul?
No, but I'll get into it at some point and have a view.
Yeah. The interview was great, and the live chat afterwards was even better. Well, no, it wasn't even better. It was a different kind of better. And in Joe's defence, she had been drinking. But then again, so Rob's going to say the same as well, you know.
Is this what
yeah,
I picked up and
Joe.
Rob having a glass of red wine that
drinking out the bottle.
That's the best way to drink it, though. It's the way they used to drink it in the olden days.
And Jojo had just done a rodeo.
And
what,
a real rodeo?
Yeah. Oh
really?
My God. They wouldn't be having them over here, would they? The health and safety would go mad.
Hell no.
They just chuck kids on bulls, and I think toddlers were on sheep, and it's crazy.
Jesus.
And she was doing first aid there, I think.
Now we're a little bit, what's the word for it? We're too risk adverse here in the UK where health and safety is concerned.
Health and safety mad.
That's why I love my job. It's all health and safety and forms to fill out and compliance and all this kind of shit. Ridiculous. You have a door that doesn't close properly.
So I'm reading the chat there, Paul, and you've got everyone saying, you know, all the blokes enjoyed watching Jojo eat her cheesecake, and then she deflects the conversation to Rosanne had fun too. I see. And it all started with the cheesecake.
Rob, my philosophy entirely. And
What?
I've had to explain my way to Rosanne once before. She asked me why I wasn't drinking wine out of a glass. I said, why dirty your glass? You've only got to wash it. Just drink it out of the bottle. So I think someone like I know Joe's driving at the moment, but no doubt she'll pop on in a minute. But Rob, come and explain yourself. Come on, you're there in the background, mate. Jump on and tell us what was appertaining.
So I think tenner is in dollars. I think it's about $15, is it?
How much is a tenner's worth?
Yeah, in dollars.
I don't know, about $12. I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just over $12. So 25 would be $31. But most digs I go to is $20, which is $25.
Yeah, that's about right. Plus your fuel, plus your food. So you can round that off to, I don't know.
Make sure you go on a seeded hunt. The coins come out pre-cleaned. Try banana next time.
But back to bananas. God, that seems like ages ago.
Oh, she can't eat bananas. Sorry, Glenn. Yeah, there you go. It does cost a fortune.
Yep.
Change your car. Get a push bike.
Have you ever seen anybody turn up on a bike to a dig?
Yes. Motorbike.
Okay.
Yeah, couple of digs. So someone turned up at a motorbike at Aspey, the one that
Yeah.
And when I went and did the the Heart of England, someone there turned up on a motorbike. He was Polish or something.
I think I know who you're going on about. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think the guy on the motorbike who was Polish was actually on Ray's dig.
Yeah.
The guy at the Heart of England, that dig, he was English guy.
Yeah, I know who you're on about when you talk about Ray's dig.
Yeah, hairier the better. Fluffy teddy bear.
Ah.
Spence is a fluffy teddy bear.
Okay.
Mm.
Feel free to jump on, Spence, if you want to, and anybody else.
Jem's getting a bit embarrassed.
Oh, come and be embarrassed with us, Joe. Come on, jump on and don't worry about the driving. I'll wear that one.
No, don't jump on until you're at home.
Shh, just
jump no,
on.
no,
Don't worry.
Don't do it. She fucking crashes, Paul. You won't be calling her a bloody ambulance, will you? Because you won't know where she is.
Well, I won't know. How much is saying 100 and how much does that say?
What?
Where's it gone? It was just there in the chat 1 minute and gone the next.
What are you on about?
Here in the US, the hunts are $150, $200. Really?
Where? No, I don't see that.
I just posted that up. Like here in the US, the hunts are going. Bloody hell!
Yeah, but is that for a weekend? Because they have to drive like a day to get anywhere. So, you know, is that like a weekend dig or something?
Hmm.
I'm an angel with small horns. See you later, Henry. See, sorry, I must be miles
Take
behind
care,
on
Griff.
the chat.
Yeah, it takes a little while to read through it.
Good night, Glenn. Are you going to do a duck race tonight, Paul?
Why not? Yep.
That's the only reason Glenn turns up is to win a duck race.
Has Glenn won one?
He wins all the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
I know George has won a few, and a couple of others have won some in succession. But yeah, we'd get a duck race off the ground. Come on, let's have a duck race.
Do you want me to sort it out? No, you sort it out.
I'll sort it out.
You can drag everyone's names off. So if you want a duck race, write duck race in the chat.
Okay.
Quack, quack. Or quack, quack, that'll do.
How long are we going for? Should we do minute 30?
Yeah, why
Make it
not?
a little bit more. Okay. Duck race. They haven't got the doggy style on there yet, Jace. I can't do that one, mate. Matty's mentioned it. You're in, Matty. I'm sure. I swear I've seen Matty in a live chat where there's been a duck race going on.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea. What are you eating, Paul? All I can hear is you going.
We got 15 in. I'm not eating anything.
You're just smacking your lips together.
Yeah.
Well, JC, why don't you jump on and show us your silver ring and your gold ring?
Yeah.
You lucky fella. And if you want to be in the duck race, write duck race. Oh, you already have. Okay. Does he not know what a duck race is or something? What's a duck race? Oh, do you not know? We get Paul to run around after a duck.
Yeah. That's it.
Have you heard the saying, fuck a duck?
I have, but I'm not volunteering for that. Oh, cheater! Talking about that, what the hell was I watching on Google?
Oh, I don't
Gogglebox
know.
the
What
other night?
were you watching? What were you
Did
watching?
anybody else watch Gogglebox the other night? And there was this woman making love to a duck.
Shut up.
Honestly,
How?
I was like, what? The? She just happened at this woman randomly just turns up at this lake and sitting down on a bench by a lake, and this duck starts talking to her, so she takes it home, and then she has a bath with it, and things start getting a little bit more, intimate and whatever. And before you know it, they're well into it.
He's most probably had his wife wax his eyebrows or tint his eyebrows, or I don't know.
No, that's due. That's due. Do you want to put me on full screen so you can?
Take the piss? Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. So
It's just
it's pending, having a full tint on there.
yeah, Scotty was saying that you're looking sharp tonight. It's something different. What have you done?
Yeah, Glenn. I
Not
knew
Glenn.
Sorry, I was reading something else. Sorry, go on.
Oh, yes. So it's Paul. It was funny. Yeah. So Glenn did see it.
I knew I wasn't making it up or wasn't dreaming it. I definitely saw it and kind of thought, what am I watching? This duck absolutely banging away at this woman, and I thought, bloody hell.
What what? Hang on.
Well, you'll have to go and watch it. I can't go into the details.
So the duck was fucking the woman.
Yeah. Or she was fucking it. One of the two.
What, did she have a strap on?
No, I think he was doing it with his beak.
What the fuck?
Oh, you'll have to watch it. That's Glenn, help me out, please.
It's just wrong on so many levels.
Well, it was, but I just wasn't expecting to see it at 9 o'clock at night.
I actually feel a bit sick.
Yeah. Yeah. It really put me off my duck and hoisin sauce.
Yeah, but JC, it doesn't matter if you're in a little tiny room. Is it called jail? You only go on your live stream when you're on exercise, so you can go out in the garden.
All right, I think that's about as many people as we're going to get in. So we got about 15.
Oh, look, Jo said she'll throw in one of her stickers.
Cool. So yeah, you have to go back to last week's Gogglebox to figure out what that was all about, Rosanne.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to see a duck fucking a woman or a woman fucking a duck, whichever it was.
It was a nice looking duck, though.
Fuck a duck. It's a new thing, isn't it? I don't know. Rob. It has hit a new level. I don't know why Paul's talking about fucking a duck.
Well, I mentioned it because you brought up the expression, you see. So then I kind of thought, talking of that.
I'll tell you what I've been watching in private.
On Gogglebox.
Oh, okay. We need to add that.
Right.
That's why
Duck
Glenn
race.
likes the duck race. Matty, stop it. I already felt sick. And I actually thought it was like Marmite or something. Oh, dear.
Let's do the duck race. Yeah.
Okay. What are you giving people? A sticker pack?
Yeah, and I've got some patches as well that I don't have any use. I think they're iron-on patches.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have any specific use for these. I'm not likely to patch them onto anything, but it's one of each.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can either do sticker pack and one, and sticker pack and one, or we can do sticker pack and two for one race.
We'll have two races.
Sounds good.
Sticker pack and a patch on each, yeah?
Yeah. You're going to do anything as well?
No.
Okie dokie.
The next race I'm going to do is when I actually hit 600. So I'm going to be putting out lots of little videos every day, whether it's a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, and it's just going to be like collections of pictures, or it's going to be, I'm going to go back onto old videos and like find my first hammy. And well, I've already done a hammy video. I've done a clip and then added on lots of gold. So I've done another one, which is fibulas and Roman brooches. So yeah, it's also like bucket listers that I have yet to find. So, and that's what I'm going to do for the next sort of couple of weeks, and see if it helps with the YouTube algorithm and see what happens. So it's a little bit of an experiment as such. So they're not going to be, some of them will not be long enough. Like you have to have a 10-minute video for it to be monetized when you get there, or 10 minutes and over. So some of them might not even going to be that long, but it's just to sort of like get YouTube to notice me and to let me hold on to the people who subscribe, rather than steal 5 or 10 people off me every time I get to 550.
Yeah, it's
It's a pussycat, Jason.
I think Jason was hoping that you were going to show him.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't born yesterday.
Okay, let's get this duck race off the ground. So, how many have we got in?
14 I see on here.
Participating, we've got 14, 15, and 15 names in the duck race. So,
thank you, Glenn. I think it was you, Paul, who is it, Canva or something like that? So Paul, because I don't really do thumbnails or anything, and Paul said that he uses this program called Canva. So I was playing around with that, and then decided, I've been watching some things about YouTube algorithm, and was like getting pissed off with every time I get 550 that they nick 5 or 10 off me. So I was trying to work out why that was happening, and is there anything I can do to stop it happening? So there you go. We'll see what happens. Really,
it's a pain. It really is a pain. I hit the 600 milestone. I think it was last weekend, not this weekend, gone the weekend before. And it took 7, 8 away from me straight away on the Monday.
Oh, it's mental, isn't it? It's like,
and then another 4 got me back up to 600 again. Lost 5.
Yeah, it's
got
crazy.
Another 1, and I kind of thought, nah, it's.
So I'm trying to work out if this will help, and if it does, then it does. If it doesn't, then it's like I've got videos out there of wish lists, really, of what I want to find.
Yeah,
I've got 3 in the for the next few days. I've already done 3, and one's all hoards. One's Iron Age jewelry. So yeah, they're not very long. They're like 6
George,
minutes.
See, it goes up and down like a yo-yo, mate. It was 5.98 this morning, back down to 5.95. It'll go up again over the next 2 days and then drop again. So it's all a bit weird. Anyway, let's get racing. So everybody ready for a duck race? Now we got
well, do you want to just wait a minute, because a few more have come in, haven't they? So Rocky Mountain, I haven't seen, and Brewers. So if they want to just type in duck race, or you refresh and see how many.
Let's have a look. So far we got Papa Griff, Dirt Diggers UK, Future Bleeps, Geeker Bleeps, Glenn, myself. I don't need to be in there, but John, JC, Detecting in Devon, Matty, Michigan Gems, Philip Wills, Rob Random, Rosanne. Then we've got George, Suffolk Surfer, MD UK, Jason, Dark Knight Detectorist, and we have Martin, Rusty. So
If you're not on the list, give us a shout now.
So we had Rocky
Mountain Life Prospecting. I watched his video. Oh, was it? I need to go and check.
We got Rocky. Who else we got? Let's have a look. Just refresh that.
Yes, it was.
We got Brewers. Evening Brewers.
I think they're getting a bit impatient. Look, duck race, duck race,
Yeah.
duck race.
Or is that people adding themselves?
Oh yeah, could be. Look, someone needs to give Jason one, because when he gets to
Really?
when he gets to 710, he'll be doing his giveaway. But at the moment,
There we
he's
go.
on 709.
Somebody give Jason one, please. Right, let's do it. Let's get this race off the ground.
Yeah, Rocky, I saw a couple of your shorts with the bronze statues and stuff. Snooze, you lose. Okay. You shuffled it, Paul.
Want me to shuffle?
I want you to make it big
Once
as
enough?
well.
Once enough?
Yeah, I want you to make it big too. Yeah. Close that. Just close it.
There you go.
Oh
That was
no.
fun.
Oh no. Has
What are
it
you
got rid of the names?
Yes.
Sorry, Paul.
It's okay.
Just refresh it.
Yeah, no, we've lost a few people. That's the thing.
What do you mean you've lost some people? You shouldn't have lost anyone. You should have gained people.
No, we've actually lost people. So the refreshed chat has not got as
Yeah.
many people in it as what it had originally.
Oh, everybody write duck, duck, duck.
Yeah. So let's do. And Rocky, what did you say it was? Rocky Mountain LP?
Yeah.
So anyone
got
else in
Ma-
the
have you
chat,
got
if
Matty on
Roseanne
there?
asked you to make
Treasure-
it bigger, don't
Treasure
attempt
Ed?
to do it.
Have you got Treasure Ed in there?
No.
Geeker Bleeps? How many you got on there?
So far we've got Brewers, Glenn, myself, Matty, Michigan, James, Philip Wills, Rob Random, Rocky Mountain, Life Perspecting, Suffolk Searcher, MD UK, Dark Knight Detectorist, and we can take Brewers out because he's in there already. We can take that out because it's in already.
Rosanne isn't in there. JC's not in there. Rusty, was he in there?
Doing another refresh.
Matty in there?
Matty's there.
Sophie Searcher, he wins everything. Jojo. Philip Wills.
I think Phil was in there. Phil's in there. Joe's in there.
Glenn's in there.
Glenn's in there.
Rocky Mountain's in there. Rob Random in there. Matty Metal Detecting South Wales.
Oh, get rid of these.
Jason. Dark Knight, is he in there?
Yep.
I think
that's everybody that's in the chat at the moment.
Scotty, Dirt Diggers UK.
I think Scotty's in there.
He's put not in there.
That's easily fixed.
You put me in twice now. That's Sophie Searcher.
Oh, for fuck's sake, go away. Go away.
No.
No, you're only in once that I can see.
Who? He said he's in there twice. Let's have a look.
Is he?
Well,
no, you. I was talking about.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm only in there once. It's we're not on about me. Scotty's. If you put Scotty in there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sophie Searcher. He's in there twice.
There you go.
That
should be everyone.
Is Papa Griffin there?
Papa Griff. Yep.
Papa Griff just gave Jason one.
Oh. Much against Craig's bill, but nice one, Craig.
That's it. Duck, fuck it.
Let's do it. 1:30.
Get rid of your little ad at the bottom. I don't know why. Oh, I see.
All right, let's do it.
There you go. We don't need to be there, do we? No one cares about us.
Ready for this?
I'm ready. Go, Ducky, go.
Let's go.
I want to see what clothes on. Yeah. What am I wearing? Go, Ducky, go, Ducky. Oh, Gem's in the lead. It's always bad to be in the lead at the beginning. Your duck wears out. I like Papa Griff's one. Comes Rusty. I could imagine him wearing a little suit like that, actually. Yours looks angry, Rosanne. Which one's mine? I can't see it. Oh, I see. She did. Mine's going to win.
Nah, we got PC Plog coming in. That's going to take the... No. JC. There you go. Well done, John.
Congratulations, JC. So you're going to let him pick what patch he won, or did you already say?
So, John, if you let me know what your preference is, we've got, where's the camera?
A. That's A.
Or B. So if you let us know. That's if you're still here. Yeah, John's still here.
B, please.
B, please. It's yours. It's on its way to you, John. Just send me a PM with your address, Jono, and I'll get it out to you straight away, mate. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, I've got a confession to make. I haven't sent mine out from Saturday yet. Sorry. They will go in the post.
So this one's going to go for sticker pack and the, is that detecting telemark?
Oh. Oh. I removed you from the stream.
That's all right. It's not the first time. It's fine. I'll take it personally. Cool. So let's just check those names again. Race again. Yeah. Let's go for another race.
Okay.
Somebody said Jason wasn't in there, but he definitely added him.
Jason's in there, isn't he? Who said Jason wasn't in there?
Someone asked a question. Dark Knight Detectorist. Dark Knight Detectorist. Cheers, JC. Got that, mate. Many thanks. Yeah, stay alert.
Where?
Jason's in purple. Let's shuffle him up, though. Let's have another shuffle. There he is. Second down the list.
Yeah.
All right, so this is for another sticker pack and the detecting telemark. Here we go. Let's go for it.
What? I don't
So
get
there
it.
we go. Craig is sporting the Miss Doubtfire costume there.
What's that? Oh, I get it. All right, Glenn. Calm down. So what have I done wrong? What am I wearing? Oh, I'm a panda. I quite like to be a panda. As long as I'm not a naked duck, that's all right. Oh, look. Glenn, you're a naked duck. Ha ha. You feel a little bit exposed. Where are you, Jojo? You're going to come up from the rear, aren't you? Oh, look. You're Zorro.
Here comes Sam. Look out.
Keep the
Ooh. There it is. There you go.
Congratulations, Sam.
I'll get that out to you this week. I've got your address, guys, so I shall get that out to you straight away. Thanking you. What's the matter?
I can hear your cats.
Yeah.
That was funny. We both removed the duck race.
Well, we both tried to remove, but obviously one's removing, one's adding. So,
Yeah. So someone, who was it who was playing music the other night? Been playing music on this studio now.
who might have that been?
That was Kev. And he was like, oh, it's got a new feature. And they were playing music. So, oh, there you go. Look, new down the bottom, background music. Oh, my eyes watering.
That's been on there for quite some time.
Well, it says new, Paul,
unless-
so it wasn't on there.
Unless they've added things, which it doesn't look like they have. But the background music has been on there for a little while.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Unless they've added titles. Bottom right. Yeah, the music they add to these things, Phil, is kind of it's a shame you just can't pick your own in it.
Yeah.
Even if it was copyright free, but you know, I'm just wondering if you subscribe to, you know, a monthly sub to StreamYard, whether or not they give you wider choice. I
The
doubt it.
music sucks monkey balls, though.
Mm.
It is like,
Hey Rob,
Well-
Melissa, how you doing, guys?
I think it's better than the when I'm put on hold if I have to phone somebody.
True. Yeah, there's some shocking ones out there.
I think someone said it's like elevator music. Oh yeah, hi Rob and Melissa.
Anyone feel free to jump on. Let's get the link back up.
Tell us how you're doing.
This ain't too bad though, is it? It's
alright. Kills the silence. Let me show you some of these.
that is true, Scott. That is true.
What
Spider-
did Scott say?
Spider monkeys' balls can look like coconuts.
What? I heard a pop.
That's a joke. Hello, Joe.
Hey, I'm not driving.
Good, good.
Well done. Hey, dig the headphones.
I need
Thanks.
to.
I don't know how well they're working. It's the first time I've tried it.
She's
The
just got to
other
get
ones you can hear everything with.
Yeah. So you watched it back and realised how loud you were.
Yeah, I didn't. I had no clue. Oh, yeah, here we go.
We just thought, it's just, you know, a loud American. It's just what it is. It is what it is, you know.
That I am. Oh, no, I'm going to have bad hair days up there. Deal with it, too.
It's fine. It's fine. You've been working all day. What's it? What the
I have
weather?
been.
The weather looks gorgeous.
It's like 42, so I figured it was like 24, maybe colder than that.
What do you mean dogging it with Joe?
What about Joe?
Dogging it with Joe, Rob Random.
Of course, Rob. Nope, my hair was the same that it looks like on Saturday. Just pulled up in a bun.
Yeah, no, they weren't looking at your hair on Saturday. That's why. They were looking at your cheesecake.
Is that what it's called? Cheesecake, huh? Oh, that was just a naughty night.
It was all right. There was nothing wrong with it at all, Joe. The boys were very entertaining.
Yes, they were entertaining.
I think the boys were worse than what we were.
Wow.
Oh, I'm like just all red.
Huh?
I am like red. New meaning to redneck.
Yeah, but is that because of the weather?
Sure, it's the weather. We'll blame the weather. First it's the cheesecake, now it's the weather.
What's good? I must have missed something. Double cheesecake. She had double cheesecake, yeah. And they weren't cut equally. I would have complained. I'd have had a fight for the bigger one.
I wanted the big, thick pieces, but they were like 10 pieces. I had to eat 3 pieces.
Rob was looking at both cheesecakes.
Rob, you are a cheesecake.
I know, but doesn't he drink? He drinks out of a bottle of Coke. Very nice.
A bottle of wine, you mean?
Well, he did the wine bottle, but then he was also doing the Coke bottle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he could suck one down, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then he was getting
I was jealous of it.
He was getting it a little bit stuck in his throat, wasn't he?
A little bit. Paul's like, what are you guys talking about?
I know. And it was when Spencer just started stripping off. It was like, yeah, carry on.
My
Carry
eyes
on.
are not bedroom eyes.
Do I need to get pissed to watch this live back?
No, you don't
But
need to.
No, I'll just watch it. Okay.
It's funny. I got Rob and Jason to hush. I made them speechless.
So everyone's typing one in the chat, and I was thinking, what the fuck? Why are they typing one in the chat?
Because
Is
Rob
there
said type 1 in the chat if you think Joe has come to the bed eye. Oh, thanks, Clark.
Yeah, you were giving Rob the come to bed eyes.
I didn't mean to. I couldn't see. I took my glasses off, so I have to have the phone like 3 inches from my face. So I'm like right there. What happens when I take my contacts out? I can't see shit.
And then she was showing
Tracy,
off her
thank you.
wiener. Paul. She was showing off her wiener.
Oh, nice one.
Yes.
Is
My
that the...
BBC, my big black weenie.
And her weenie was bigger than the boys' weenies.
Which is normally the case. What?
It was good. You missed out on a good night. What were you doing?
Saturday night, late back, and then crashed out with the Chinese.
Of course.
Wow, I am like really red.
Is that from the rodeo? Honestly, it must be from, you've got burnt.
No, it's the redhead rash.
Oh.
I blush really easily. So, guys on the fire department used to say, "We don't need lights, just embarrass her, put her on top."
Are you what you
Of the
laughing at?
ambulance.
I was laughing at this, Joe.
Yeah, well, Brewer is the motorboat thing is because we were on Beans Live, which is Team Clambake.
Oh yeah.
And I was on the top, and his box was underneath me, and he goes, "Oh, look at this!" And he started acting like he was motorboating me.
Okay.
So that's the joke with the motorboat. And they say I'm the naughty one.
They would all tune in for that.
Rob, it's called a hose monkey, not a hose holder. I think I like Rob when he's better on here so I can pick on him.
Yeah, he's not brave enough today.
Nah. I don't think anybody else is brave enough. And I'm being good. I'm not drinking at all.
Huh? Did you read that? Do you like it on top? It's always better on
I think
top.
he was asking you that.
It's always
Not
better
me.
on top. It really is. You know? You should try it, Joe. Here you go.
Woo-woo. Hey, is this what they call a threesome? You, me, and
Technically.
Paul?
Yeah, could be a threesome. I need to get rid of that lift music. It's doing my head in now.
No, it sounds like bad porn music.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Very early 90s.
I was thinking 80s.
How do
No,
I
the
just...
80s was a little bit more disco, wasn't it? The 90s was a little bit more 8-bit sort of music.
I don't know how to
Not
just...
that I would know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, he knows what porn music is.
Oh, did you see what Rob said?
Which one?
Rob.
Paul's head is gonna... This one? Paul's also clicking on it, so it disappeared.
Yeah, Paul said it's going to get polished.
No, that hand.
Yep.
We learned a lesson, John.
Don't listen to Brewer either. But yeah, I do want more cheesecake. That was good.
How does a double work?
Well, I don't know how you're going to do a double, because I just punch in the head. You won't be motorboating me, mate.
I'd be getting
Hang on.
below the belt.
There you go. Motorboat her.
Well, you're going to have to motorboat. You're below, honey.
Yeah, but he could just lead across.
Wow. Clark.
Robert.
Well, there's two of us, so we could do each head if we tried anything.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
Yep. You'll be walking funny in the morning.
Ah, okay. Hang on a sec. Let's just put the link in. Copy.
But Paul's a sweetheart. He's a gentleman. Not like the guys on Saturday.
Guys on Saturday.
They were naughty.
Yeah, but they were entertaining. You know,
That they were.
I just loved how, you know, they were just pleasing.
No, you flick it. It goes down. Flick it really hard. It goes down.
Hello, Jace.
Hello.
Hey,
I've come on to talk about cheesecake.
It was a good night.
Let's talk about cheesecake. Come on.
How many screenshots did you get then?
Loads have got a flicker pad.
I bet you have.
Jason, you're making me dizzy. Quit turning yourself around.
Yeah, stop it. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the best angle.
The one would be you hidden.
What, like this?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Jason!
But how do you do that?
Do you not know how to do that?
No, I do
Right,
everything
I'll tell
on
you
my
what.
phone.
What I'll
There
do
you
is
go. That's how you do
I'll send you a message in Messenger to explain how to do it, because that's how Rosanne found out by me.
Okay.
Didn't you, sweet cheeks?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, I did it myself.
Yeah, but I told you how to do it. So don't pull that one.
I know. I was innocent until I met you.
We yeah, you were.
Wait,
We've been helping each other. We've been helping each other out, haven't we? I've been helping you sort out your logo for the StreamYard, and then you've been sort of like towing me along, getting everything sorted with guests and stuff like that. So we work good as a team.
You're a sucker for punishment. Well, you're not coming on then, Rob. You're not brave enough.
Come on, Rob. Come join us. We got room for 2 more.
So what's these come to bed eyes that I've been hearing about? Is it like this?
It's not bean flicking, Ed. It's, you know, if you
Just
get too excited, if you get too excited, you can just stop it.
Flick it.
Flicking don't work. It don't work.
Flick it really hard. Then do a double flick.
I've tried 5. Don't work.
Cheesecake or
Well,
sweet
I don't need to hear your problems.
I need that explained.
What, flicking it?
I don't know what sweet.
No, cheesecake.
Cheese or cheesecake.
Cheesecake or sweet cheese. Cheesecake.
I don't know what sweet cheese is, so.
No.
Paul, you're quiet.
I'm reading.
I bet he's going back. He's on his computer looking at Saturday's stream.
Rob,
saying,
just put the headphones on then. That'll be fine.
Doing every 10 seconds, like you were doing Rosa, and then seeing yourself, what you were doing, and then the tongue, and then the...
It was like a fruit shop. Melons all over the place.
No, it wasn't. What it reminded me of is 5 close friends sitting around the kitchen table just bullshitting. That's what it reminded me. It was such a great time. It was so
I'm pretty
relaxing.
sure even Rosanne stood up.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure even you stood up, and I think Rob was looking at yours.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not at all.
I'm pretty sure he was.
No.
Well, you're the one that was flashing everybody.
I wasn't flashing everybody.
Well, no, that was Spencer.
What was I flashing?
Pretty good too.
Oh, it was Spencer that was flashing because he got his hairy chest out.
You did too, mister.
Flashed what? Don't you point your finger at me.
I'll point my finger at whoever I want.
You'll get used to it when you've done it a few times.
There, I'm poking you.
So you got Paul up there,
me.
Rosanne that way, and Joe up there.
Yeah, you can't even do it right. Rosanne's right there.
Jason, Paul, Joe.
Yeah, that was easy.
Joe, no. No.
Paul.
Jason.
Rosa. Dipshit.
Rosanne.
No,
okay, dipshit.
Don't start. You did very well on Saturday. You were very, very nice.
And you were being mean. You started it all with the cheesecake comment.
No.
I was just eating cheesecake nicely.
If you watch that back, you were eating it very seductively.
I was eating cheesecake how I always eat cheesecake.
Now, you were on there.
Cheesecake.
Imagine cheesecake. Imagine cheesecake on the fork. You were there like this.
I was not.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think their imaginations went a little wild that night.
That's just etiquette, Jace.
You should see me eating cheesecake seductively. I'm like this.
Jason, you would have it all over your chest because you need a bib. Because your belly catches everything, dude.
It does. Have you got a camera here or something? I have to eat without a t-shirt on because I'm fighting the missing me mate.
See, Rosanne is a princess. She wouldn't do
JC, yes,
anything
I
like
do ride
that.
horses.
Yeah, princess. You've seen these films with the filthy princess.
No, I haven't. What you want about? What are you all about?
You were dictating the show on Saturday. You were getting people to do all sorts.
I tell you what, I would love to
That was
be
great.
a
Dominatrix.
dominatrix. Yeah,
Dominatrix.
dominatrix. Yeah, I'd love it.
Yes, mistress.
Yeah,
Lick my boot and
yeah.
lick my heels. Yeah, I can see you doing it. Apparently, they make good money here in the U.S.
Yeah, stamping
Apparently
on
they
And
make
with
good
your
money here too.
accent, girl, you would make mad cash.
Roseanne's cleaning price has just gone up. Where the marigolds, please.
Did I say one? I meant two. Sorry, it's from American Pie.
Mm. Done what? The dominatrix.
Yeah.
I'm game.
You better tell your wife that then.
Yeah, it's got a barbed wire. It's down in the middle of the bed.
Sounds like a personal problem there, Jason.
Eh? Sorry?
What's it like having 16 hands between
Haven't
your
you got to have
legs,
a basement to be a dominatrix?
Yeah,
What?
I'd love a basement.
What's it
That's where I'd
like
probably
having
do my
16
studio from.
hands between your legs?
John, actually, it was 17.5, so.
I rode a horse on holiday. I didn't ride a
Oh,
horse
aye.
at all.
Lucky
The horse knew exactly where
Yeah,
it was
babe, what's up?
going and just trotted
No,
to the
you need
middle
to
of the
go.
desert and then
Go.
trotted back home.
I'll be
I
in a
just had
minute.
to sit there going,
Go.
dun, 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 dun.
I had
I
an
will, but I.
experience similar to that, Roseanne, on a camel.
Oh, yeah, I did a camel too. What's she doing, Jojo?
Oh, she's like, come in the house. I'm like, no, I'm out here. You need to go in the house.
That's typical
Aw.
kids,
I was
Alice.
here earlier.
The moment you go on a live stream, the kids just want your attention.
Well, she thinks she's the parent, and it's like, yeah, you're 12, you're a pain in the ass. No, you're not.
Nobody else coming up? No Rob Random?
No, he's not brave enough. He can't be bothered to plug in his headphone, and he can't be bothered to what did he say?
Boxes.
Oh,
Don't
it
worry
doesn't
about the
matter.
boxes, Rob.
No.
Just get the
Rob, are you
headphones on.
playing with box trolls again?
Yeah,
just checking
well,
the chat now.
most of us knew, you know.
I knew. So I said 17.5.
Yeah.
My horse was a very tall horse.
I can't ride a horse.
Oh, at the rodeo, these kids, these like little guys that were like 3 years old had horses that were 19.5, and they were racing on them. I'm like, holy shit!
I
Don't
know.
fall.
And didn't I see little kids on sheep?
Yep, that's mutton busting.
Where were
What's
you?
it called?
It's so cute.
Mutton. What?
It's called mutton busting. Past weekend, I did first aid or first responder at a children's rodeo.
What's that mean?
No clue.
Menage?
I don't know. We're waiting for Rob to come on so he can
A
explain it.
menage?
What?
A menage.
Menage a
I
trois.
don't-
That's threesome.
Roseanne, please tell me you know what a menage a trois is.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Explain.
It's a really
It's a
rare
threesome.
Gibson Les Paul Sunburst edition.
It's a what?
It's a threesome.
Threesome.
Yeah.
I'll film it.
We already had our threesome with Paul, and then Jason interrupted us.
Well,
Hi,
no,
Pug.
look, I'm happy to film it. Joe, you've got 2 men now. That's still a threesome. I'll video it.
Yeah.
I'll just get my armbands
It was
and
more
I'll head
fun.
towards the ocean now.
Yeah.
It was more fun with Paul because he wasn't talking much. He just let us have our fun.
That's it. You just suck
And
it
then
all up,
Jason
mate.
came
Get on
in,
with
and
it.
then the mood changed.
Oh. But you've got... Paul, can you stick
Yeah.
your tongue out?
I've never liked the taste of my own bogey,
Flashback.
so I've never always been deterred from doing that.
Flashback
Saves
to
on tissue.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Even Roseanne's gone rosy now. Look at those cheeks.
I can't see myself because my stand's in front of me.
I've made the girls blush.
No, it wasn't you. It was Paul.
It was Paul. It was
Sorry. Yeah, I think
Paul's doing it all to us.
you two should have a tongue off.
Who, me and Paul?
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
As long as Jason doesn't get a hard on in the process, I'm not bothered.
All right, let's have a see then.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can lick your nose. That's just
Looks like a cow.
yeah.
When a cow sticks his tongue in
Okay,
his
so
nose.
nearly down to your chin.
You've
Let's
got
have a
yours
look.
pierced.
No,
Me?
he hasn't.
Yeah. Or have you ever bitten it? It looks like you've got a bit in
Well, I
the
was
middle.
involved in a car crash and I did slightly bite it.
See, Paul's is a bit fatter.
Yeah. Girth
Thicker
is a
is
bit
always
light.
nice.
Right, now
Thicker
let's see
over
you.
length always is better.
Oh, look at right. Can you do that, Paul?
Can I do what?
What Jason's doing?
Could do it
Bye,
quickly.
Glenn.
I can turn mine right over.
So how quick can you flick it? Your tempo.
A lot quicker than Jason could.
You've heard the phrase tornado tongue, haven't you?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, goodness.
Well, why don't you come on and sit on his face then, Rob?
Come on,
Rob
Rob.
would like.
What did I miss? I can't read the chat.
Rob wants to come on and sit on Jason's face.
Quick message from Tezza saying thanks for earlier. Cheers, Tez.
He was great.
Keep us
wasn't he?
updated. Do keep us updated, mate. It was really
That
interesting.
was such a great interview, you two.
He just talks and talks and talks. We didn't have to
really
interview
thought
him,
Tez
did we?
was, when I heard everybody talk about Tez, I thought Tez was a female. I just heard the name Tez. I didn't know it was for Carrie.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
I'm
he's
just
one in a
dumb and
million.
awake.
He is. He's one in a million, and he's really he is Regton's superstar, and they just don't realise it.
Well,
I didn't realise that he lived that far into. I thought he was on the outskirts of Kent. Not as deep as.
Glenn.
Sit on shit.
Is that like Dr. Fuck?
I mean, to find a hoard, he's the luckiest guy alive.
He
He's
found a horse.
lucky. He's lucky that they were building on that area because they took quite a bit of soil off the top of it.
I know.
And he
How
said
much
that
did
if
he
they hadn't have
find?
stripped that soil off, he wouldn't have got as many, wouldn't have found as much as he did.
Did you see the video, Jace, that he sent over that we put up? And it shows you
I
just
might
how
have.
much
I might have been off having tea then.
it's got to be about 2 foot, something like that they took off.
How bloody rude.
It went dead. Sorry.
Who's being rude?
Maybe
Jason's
because I had
saying
to
he
duck
wasn't
off. I had
watching.
to have my tea. Well, basically, we had to turn the telly off because my boy's like this. He's like, and then he sat there for 5 minutes.
That's Jack. It's like she doesn't do anything. You'll talk to her, go do that, and she's just like right at the telly.
I could give him his tea half an hour before me, and I would still finish mine. And he's barely touched it, so we had to turn the telly off. And because the telly went off, I had to turn my phone off as well. Nobody was allowed any entertainment. I was being punished because of him.
Oh no, what shame.
Little shit.
See, Jack's all about the commercials, though. She loves the ads, and I'm like, what the hell? Kids, I'm telling you. Have them, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Mm-hmm. I hope you have one just like
Nothing
yourself.
makes Jason miss a meal. Damn right there.
Yeah, I think computers and that do, that's it. Kids just want to sit in their room or have tablets, or they don't know how to interact anymore, do they?
Mm-mm. That, and I know so many parents that the kids are upstairs and they'll just text them, hey, come down here to eat, or text the conversation. I'm like, no, I'm going to go right up there and have a conversation with her.
Yeah, I like to do
Aaron's
that.
just, he'll come home from school and he'll drop his jacket on the floor. And you say to him, pick your jacket up because he'll get dirty or crease. Well, I didn't know. Well, what fucking hell do you think's going to happen to it?
Common sense went out with social media. Common courtesy, too.
How old is he? 10?
11.
Had to think on that one for a moment, Jay.
I did. I was just thinking because it's his birthday in April. My daughter's 20th on the 4th of May. And then, no, not, it's the 6th. And then mine's in June. So we got us 3 in successive months for birthdays. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, what day in June, Jace?
11th.
You want some cheesecake or something?
11th of June.
Yeah.
You
can spoon feed me the cheesecake. Need a fucking long fork though.
There you go. I'll make sure I'm busy on the 11th.
I might stab you in the eye with a spoon, but
fucking hell. Never been offered such a good birthday present in all my life.
What's that?
She said she'd stab me in the eye with a spoon. As opposed to spoon feeding me cheesecake.
Well, you're going to fly her over.
I'll wear a bib.
I tell you what, Joe, if he's going to fly you over, spoon feed him the cheesecake, and then me and you can go out on the town.
Sounds good. I'll just give him a cream pie. I'll just shove it right in his face.
I'll take that.
Right in the kisser.
Nobody else coming on?
Paul, what are you giggling at? Are you watching?
No, I'm just. It's probably best left unmentioned. I was just trying to differentiate between cream pies and cheese pies and cheesecakes and stuff like that. So
he's touching himself, really, Joe.
That's his measuring stick.
That's my little dentist tool.
Stop choking on it, Joe.
Gag reflex.
She's dying now.
I swallowed the wrong way. I can choke on air if that takes too long. Ew,
say the
blue cheese
word.
is so nasty.
Yeah, totally agree.
Really, it's nice.
Blue cheese isn't.
No.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
No. Why would
Like
you
if
eat
you
mouldy
like-
cheese?
Well, cheese is mold, isn't it?
It's
It's
like-
No, it's curdled,
different.
isn't it?
just different strengths of moldy crap, really.
No. Blue
It
cheese,
smells
they
like rotten
inject it.
feet. Ugh.
Yeah, they inject
There is
it with
that.
mold.
Your standard cheese will be fine for me, like your Edam or your mild or your mature, anything with mold or an outer skin on it, get fucked.
Mm.
See, when you're saying an outer skin on it, I quite like skin on top of a custard.
No, skin on rice pudding, yes.
Oh.
Skin on custard, no.
Or
What
bread
skin do
pudding.
you
I
like,
like
Joe?
bread-
Come on.
She likes foreskin.
Actually, I prefer no foreskin, thanks.
I know, it's cleaner, isn't it?
Yes.
And it
it
seems to
looks
be
less like a
bigger.
scared turtle.
Yeah.
So, I have to say, thank you, Americans, for a nice, clean-looking mushroom.
Yes. I mean, they're not that pretty to start with, but, you know, cleaning it up a bit makes it
you
a bit
remember
nicer.
Disney's Fantasia? The Asian mushrooms that was dancing out? That's what they look like, as Asian mushrooms. They're not pretty at all.
I'm sure when we were younger, Paul will most probably remember, because Paul remembers everything. He's just got a fantastic memory. There was, when we were about 14, 15, maybe a little bit younger, there was this cartoon sort of film with little tiny jumping around penises. Do you remember?
Yeah, was it something?
Oh, I can't think of it.
Jungle Burger?
That
Is
rings
that-
a bell.
Is that what it was?
Think so.
See if I can find it.
Oh
That
my
one just
God,
came
Rob,
straight
you
to
are
me
just
there.
nasty. Look what Rob said about foreskin and sweets.
There's a joke in Rob. There's a joke in there somewhere. My mind's not quick enough to come up with it though.
More like blue cheese.
No, I was thinking more about the sweets.
Fucking hell, look at my scar showing up. That's nasty, that.
Isn't that sentence in or out?
Bit of both. Bit of both.
Can I make this bigger?
Give it a rub.
You know, I think it goes back longer than what you think. That film.
I just remember, I can't remember how old I was when I saw this. I was on a sleepover at my friend's house.
Did they have like little windies in the back and they would like dance around type? Was it a commercial or a cartoon?
No, it's a full hour-long feature film cartoon.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh
Oh my
no,
God, it looks like a turtle.
bloody advert.
Bloody adverts on everything these days.
They just got to cash in on everything, haven't
Yeah.
they? Even animated dicks.
She must be late. This baby stuff. She's late.
Fucking how many ads?
Oh no, jeez, it's only a 3-minute
You get
film.
those ones that are 15 seconds long and then you get the next one. There isn't the option to skip.
I'm glad I reread that from Pop Stars from What I Was Thinking.
What? I don't.
Okay,
Come on.
I'll lose interest in a minute.
Is it even an ad? Oh,
Yeah, Felix the Cat was definitely a different film.
yeah,
Right,
no.
John.
Let's see if I can find it somewhere else.
Is it on YouTube at all?
It's
bound to be.
YouTube.
How many's in the chat? Because I just see Rob and Glenn chatting. Oh, and Ed.
1975.
Hey, that was the year I was born. So, Rosa, you had to be 5, 6?
5.
There you go, Sheila. That's my horn.
Look, he's got a tail. That's interesting. Now I can never unsee this. Thank you, guys. Jason,
We were
I gotta
just
ask, do you
giggling
have
our
a tail
heads off.
like these guys?
Pretty sure it hasn't.
You've taken raw recruits and turned them into crack troops, huh? Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Sponsored by Mercedes.
From a nice sign to a cool sign. Wow.
It was Jungle Burger, wasn't it? I was right.
Wow.
See, you don't lose pressure. That was another thing we talked about, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, losing pressure.
At least they're being safe. They're wearing their helmet.
It is a knobhead march. One of you clever knobheads should put the knobhead 4 of you on each stick.
That could be arranged. Get some stickers
Why
for
do they have
detectable.
teeth?
Poor Joe looks shocked.
The stream hasn't been interrupted yet, so. Joe, you should watch the whole film. It's hysterical. From what I can remember,
He's not one of ours.
it's hysterical.
It's a shame, sir. I don't get what his name
Why do they have teeth? Is what I want to know in a tail. So creepy.
I think it's a bit weird. They're all the same size.
Well, especially the testicles, because you normally get one bigger than the other.
Okay.
Do you?
Details I didn't need to know.
Sharing is caring.
Elbow cough. Yeah, no, I must have been about, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 when I was first watching that. Sleepover around my mate's house. And we were just in hysterics. I had to keep turning it off every time my parents, because obviously telly in the bedroom was like a massive box.
Yeah, it was huge.
I think it was.
With the with the rabbit ears.
I think it was 1982 that we saw it.
I knew as soon as I
fucking buttons on phones.
It was what? Sorry, Paul. What?
Is it 81 or 82 where we watched it? Because we saw that with Fritz the cat, and we also watched Poltergeist, if I can remember rightly, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one.
Oh, see, I don't do
all the stuff you weren't allowed to watch as kids.
See, I like horror movies.
No, I don't.
But they were funny. They didn't find them scary. They were just hilarious because of the really shitty quality. It was almost a comedy.
No,
see, the type of horror films I could never really watch were the Saw franchise. Seeing how they get, you know,
yeah, that
slowly.
was all gore. I'm not into gore. I'm more into thrillers.
Having said that, though, Jace, there's one I did switch off, which was called the Toolbox Murders. Not sure I've ever heard of that one, and it was along the lines of you know, the Saw franchise, about this rundown hotel and a couple stuck in it and all that kind of stuff, and that was pretty grim. We're talking power tools and
yeah,
not good.
Do you remember the film Piranhas?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what gave me a phobia of water.
The original one with Lee Majors in it.
I don't know how many has there been.
The first one was, I think it was the 1970s, and it was Lee Majors was the main star in it.
Yeah, possibly, because I was young, and yeah, I have swimming. I have a fear of deep water, and I think it stems back from watching that movie.
Oh, you wouldn't like it in Egypt
they'll
then?
suck on your toes.
Egypt, you're literally swimming through the nice clear blue water, hovering above the coral, and then all of a sudden it just drops away and it goes black.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Killer Fish, Jace.
Killer Fish.
Lee Majors, 1979.
Yep, 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind you, I remember going to watch Jaws when
I remember watching The Car, and that was a really horrible film.
What, Christine?
And I was really young then. So yeah.
Chevrolet, wasn't it?
That's why I don't like horror films, because I was so young when I watched my first ones. I was like, no, scarred for life.
There was an English version of that one, I'm pretty sure, called Vampire Motorcycle. And it was an English-made film.
Yeah, it had oh God, what's his face in it from Men Behaving Badly? What's his name?
Neil Morrissey.
Neil Morrissey.
See, I don't think Jaws can be classed as a horror film.
Was at the time.
It was when you were 5 years of age watching it.
I don't know. I didn't
when
find
it first
that
came
as
out.
It was. You watch it so many times, you never know what's going to happen. But it was the fact that you never saw it. Yeah.
You know the one film that got me when I was a kid? Children of the Corn.
Fuck yeah.
I still can't watch it.
Children of the Corn.
I cannot watch
Rosanne, don't you ever wear a silver wig on a Saturday night, all right?
Why?
Because that is forbidden. That no silver. That was Village of the Damned. Village of the Damned was with the silver wig. Yeah, don't ever wear silver.
As in grey, or as in?
It was the silver like whitey grey.
I'll get one.
So when I'm interviewed by
Don't ever wear leather
Dipstick,
leather bikini either. All right.
we're gonna have to. We'll have to coordinate our hair, like in silver.
Yeah.
The other
learned very
Jeepers
quick
Creepers
then,
is
didn't you,
another one
Jace?
that bothered me.
Oh, I didn't mind that one. That was cool.
No, because honestly, it was based off a case that happened here in Michigan.
All right.
So
Did they ever catch the purr?
the perp, yep. But the whole where they found people wrapped up in bodies down the chute, yeah. But that film was based on murders that happened here in Michigan. What are you laughing about?
Rob's comment. It just popped off the screen then as I was giggling to myself.
Pop it back on.
Oh, Thomas is in, the Viking detectorist.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Rob, those people from like Virginia and stuff, they are a breed of their own. They're a breed of their own. A lot of inbreeding, from what I hear. Boy, you got a
Deliverance,
pretty
what we're talking about
mouth.
inbred and
Square little piggy.
that was a great film though, that.
It was. And the original actually showed them kind of like doing the whole penetration.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I was quite young when the original.
They don't have it anymore. They cut that. But finding the original and watching it was really good.
There's quite a bit you can read up on in terms of the family, because some of it was based on fact. And the original family to the one of the hillbilly guys that was killed has been trying to sue the directors of the film, the producing company, for God knows how many years. You know,
not gonna go anywhere.
See,
yeah.
Paul knows all sorts of stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was big news at once upon a time because it was not getting the airplay that it kind of technically deserved, because it was up for an Oscar when it came out. I think 73, 74, something like that.
Well, it was like an all-star cast at the time too.
And then it just disappeared for years, and that's when this when this case was going on, and it's apparently still going on.
And the lad who played the banjo only got the part because of his facial features that made him look like he was inbred. Poor fucking kid. Fanciest part of the movie because you look inbred. Oh yeah, cheers.
You wouldn't believe what he looks like now. He reminds me of oh God, what's the bloody guy's name?
Don't know. What is the
I'll
guy's
think about
name?
it. I'll think of his name in a minute.
Has anyone been watching the Johnny Depp court case?
No.
Been watching the
Have
joke.
you not? I have. They should have an Oscar for what they, you know.
He's suing her for defamation of character, isn't she?
She is batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy. She should get arrested for assault.
There is one thing that I didn't get, and there was this thing posted up where he was apparently drinking a pint of wine, and then going up. The news headline said drinks pint of wine and then smashes up the kitchen. I couldn't see him smashing up the kitchen.
Well, he was slamming some kitchen doors, like the cupboard doors and all that. Wow, that's the sort of shit I do here. Yeah. I can't find my cookies.
But she slapped the crap out of him so many times, and then called him a baby because he's complaining it hurt. Men can get battered.
Thomas.
I'll let Thomas come on. If Thomas come on, I've got to jump off and sort out a thumbnail for a video I'm putting out this week. So,
I'm horrible at thumbnails. I
just stick them on.
I do the.
Yeah, but if you do the thumbnails, you might get more. Might stand out a bit more. You might get more people come to your channel.
But you know what? I'm not in it for the fame. I'm in it for memories from my child. And so.
What are you trying to say? I'm in it for the fame.
I don't know why you're in it. I'm just saying what I'm in it for. When I go metal detecting, magnet fishing, I go for me. I film for me. I don't. Everybody's like, no, you need to film for your audience. I film for me, and that's
I think
how I'm going to keep it.
I think you can tell the people who film for an audience because it's more of it's a movie and it has a storyboard, and you know they have different angles and different, you know, and they film themselves walking past the camera and then they film themselves walking to the camera, and
I've done it once. All right, I've done it once. Fucking hell, let it go.
There's so much. No, there's so much movie making in it.
You can ask your guest when he comes on, can't you?
I do that too, but because I like the scenery. I mean, there's one film that I got a copyright strike on because I put a bunch of music in it, but it was exploring an old factory, a cement factory. And I like filming because it's like the artistical stuff that I do. I paint and stuff like that. So that was fun to do. But when I go out magnet fishing, Sarah and I are goofy. That's what we are in real life too.
Because it makes it feel like I'm actually out there with somebody rather than on my own.
I have a hard time talking to the camera. And I just got my glasses. I forget to film half the shit that I find. So
anyway, I'm going to let you guys finish your conversation.
Have a good one, Jace.
And you, and I'll see you. Well, somebody's bound to be live again this weekend. It's Steve Sifter tomorrow, isn't he?
Yep.
And then Peaky Finders on Thursday. Tomorrow. Next Thursday, I'm on Peaky Finders, but I'll
make sure you remind us.
Yeah. I will do.
I was going to go live, so if I see, I see. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to do it right after work.
When are you going to go live?
I was, yeah.
When?
Thursday after work. So about like an hour and a half after you guys started your live. So 4:30, about 9:30 your time.
What are you doing Saturday?
No, I was going to do it Thursday.
Yeah, well, don't do it Thursday. What are you doing Saturday?
I'm not doing anything on Saturday.
No rodeo or anything?
Not this weekend, next weekend.
What time
is it? Every other weekend. You
should go live on Saturday, because I don't think that we've got anyone here going live on a Saturday. You know, me and Jason go live every other Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got more people at home. You know?
Good.
At the weekend rather than when you finish work.
Then I would have to drag her along. I was just going to do it right after work. But it's supposed to be warmer this weekend, so I might.
Go live from magnet fishing or metal detecting or whatever.
Probably, excuse me, magnet fishing. There's a couple holes that a couple ponds that I want to try.
How many hours difference did you say it was, Joe?
I'm 5 hours behind you.
5.
So right now it is
5 hours.
It's 6:20.
Okay.
Yeah, she was messaging me this afternoon, and it was like
this morning. Well, yeah, your afternoon, yeah. My morning, 6 a.m. Or no, it's 5:30.
Jeez. Yeah. It's like, my God, you got to go to work
That's
soon.
Early.
Yeah, that is early.
Do you know, I get the same sort of thing with my folks in New Zealand because they're 12 hours ahead.
Oh, wow.
And obviously their day's already started. So if they're messaging you at like 9 in the morning, it's 9 at night, and their day's already happened. And so I just can't get my head around it sometimes. Particularly when it's Christmas and birthdays and stuff like that, and you kind of like, you've already had Christmas.
New Year's.
Yeah, and that. Yeah.
Yeah, you watch New Year develop as, goes around the world.
But that's the great thing is I can honestly say it's 5 o'clock somewhere and I can have a drink at noon.
Yeah. Definitely. Or if you're on holiday, I just go, fuck it, I'm drinking anyway.
Yeah. I've got to go in. I gotta see what she's up to. So, gotta go play Mama. Well, thank you for having me on.
That's all right. We'll speak soon.
Later,
Okay.
babers. Have a great night.
See you
too.
later.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Did Tom say you wanted to jump on?
No, he didn't say he
No?
wanted to.
No?
I did put it out there. But I'm gonna call it a night anyway, Paul.
Yeah, I've got a 5 a.m. start tomorrow, which is fantastic. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm normally up and out at sort of between 6:30 and 7, but 5 o'clock is a first for me. But I've got to cover somebody that's not well, so it means having to get up at the crack of dawn and get out and travel my normal horrible commuting journey.
Yeah, sod
You know?
that. Sod that.
But what it does mean is I can get home earlier, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I guess that there is a bonus to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think Tez was a brilliant guest, and it'd be good to have him on again.
Yeah, I sent him a couple of messages in the background, and he'd be up for it again as things develop. So that's cool. And
Thanks
it's a really,
everybody
really
in the
interesting
chat.
game.
I think we've
Yeah.
still got Thomas, Treasure Ed, Rob Random, Matty, Metal Detects. Oh, sorry, Metal Detect in South Wales. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it, Matty? I wonder if I've had many people say that to him. And George.
Matty Metal Detecting South Wales. It's rolls off the tongue easy.
Right, thanks everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
And
What's coming up in the week? So obviously Steve's tomorrow, Wednesday, 9 o'clock, and Friday.
Ooh.
That's 4 Horsemen this Friday.
Thomas, take us with you. Go on the live. Click the link. Sorry, I was distracted. He said he's going in the shower. And he said we've had a top show. It'd be a better show if you've clicked on the live link when you're in the shower.
They'll just leave you to it. They just leave it running.
Just leave it running, yeah.
We'll just post up the link over Facebook and just watch the views come in, you know.
Yeah, go on, sorry. So
so Wednesday, Steve Sifster live tomorrow. Friday, is it 8 or 9 o'clock Friday? 4 Horsemen, 8 o'clock, isn't it?
9 o'clock, isn't it? Do they not just kick off at 9?
Maybe. Got 8 o'clock in my head for some reason or another. And then you've got, I don't think there's anything happening Saturday. Then Sunday you have Percy and Jay, John Clayton doing their fortnightly on Sunday at 7 o'clock, JC, I think it is. So yeah, show your support, jump over, give them the likes, and thanks again for everyone coming in, and we'll see you all again real soon.
See you later, guys.
Take it easy. Have a great week. All the best.
Bye.